That was certainly a string of words.
Mm. Speaking of strings of words.
Yes, let us get this underway. First up, I suppose we should do aspirations. Or should we do a recap?
A recap is generally where we start at and then move on to aspirations.
Merzendi, why don't you recap us?
Lazy bitch.
Hey, I do it in my game too.
I know.
Yeah, but you don't ask the person who has to drink a lot.
Has to. Well, I mean, actually, yeah, that's fair.
Has to.
I'd say ask me, but I wasn't in last session.
I mean, you were there. You were present.
So, last time, we started RoseQuest, which is awesome. With the strikes gone, we have finally decided that we should probably actually go and get Rose back from wherever she went to, especially since she's thrown away her phone or lost her phone, or is just ignoring us. One or possibly all of those. It's hard to tell.
No one's made it through her elaborate voicemail pranks. They just lost their will at like the 6th pretend beep.
Joke's on you. It's not actually a voicemail.
It's just how she
It
answers
just
the
does,
phone.
it does that to everyone who calls her.
It's just how Rose picks up to weed out the weak.
We find Rose and she's just eating a bag of Cheetos and I'm watching fucking Black Mirror on the couch and she's fine. I hear chains.
Yeah.
That's collars. I have dogs playing on my bed as well.
Alright.
You won't put me back into the chains. I swear I'd never
As
go
soon
back.
as I turned around at them, they just stopped and ran out of my room.
As they should. And then some
Like,
characters
shit,
were
it's the
built.
fuzz.
Two new
Yeah,
characters
yeah.
are introduced. Well, a new character was introduced.
Half the session was dedicated to character creation, where we created Clarence Jenkins.
Which I never realized was how much that actually puts a moderate wrench to it. It's quite funny. And another character who you don't know yet. Eventually, they'll show up.
We made another character?
Yeah, I
Could've
know,
fooled
right?
me.
Swish.
I didn't see anybody else.
Yep. Whatever you say, old man.
Oh man, Jenkins.
The position is flipped.
Yeah. And then that was pretty much all that happened. Some leads were chased up, and that was it.
But not
I
much
got a gun.
occurred.
I vaguely remember getting a gun, and
did get a gun.
Yeah, bro. Anytime you need a gun, bro.
Yeah.
That's right, gun bros
Like-
in the game now. 1 second, I need to actually
Like,
put that.
you need some fucking, like, vegan pizza, man.
Associate.
Hook you
Violent-
up.
Violent Bay Area flashbacks.
I can get you, like, fucking vegan, gluten-free, fucking free-range pizza, yo.
Alright, calm down. That's Humboldt.
You ever have free-range pizza?
Come on.
Does that mean the Italian chefs just like cook it outside and let the pizza roam free before it's eaten?
Here we go. They're actually in my associates list now as the most vociferous gun salesman. Alright, they exist now. Welcome. They're permanent.
You're gonna have to deal with vegan, gluten-free pizza whenever you want to buy a gun now.
Yeah. Oh well. And that's pretty much all that happened, so aspirations. Lily's
so-
aspirations don't count this session.
All right, I have no aspirations anymore.
It's true. Old Man Jenkins has completed an aspiration of learn about Rose Lawson. Currently has find little Susie's killer, and currently has complete a given job. And that's currently got A plus B in it. And you have one empty aspiration.
Say what?
You have an empty aspiration slot.
I guess get these kids to trust me.
Alright. Get these kids to trust me. Alright, Mers, you have renew contact with Rose and research persistent shadows.
It's still, sort of befriend the priest of St. Mary's since we haven't done that flashback.
Yeah, I'll just say it's done us and like I won't gimp you from having a third one just because we haven't had a chance to go back to it.
Alright, I'll need a little bit to think about that then. Sorry.
Cool. That's fine. Stray. Find a skilled human to ghoul, discover forgotten lore of the Baccarat for Aurora, and find Rose. Find Rose currently has a plus in it, because progress is underway.
I'm just changing the ghoul one to just obtain a ghoul. It's fine.
Alright. Obtain a ghoul. Alright. And then for me, it doesn't fucking matter. Help a recently deceased, find vengeance, make new friends, and profit on larceny.
Yeah. So that's everybody's aspirations taken care of.
Yep.
So where did we leave things last night? Or last session?
We'd just established that Clarence was actually a member of the Invictus and wasn't lying to our faces.
Right.
And we had arranged a meeting with him for, I think, the next night.
All right. So the next night then. Beginning of the night, does anybody need to hunt or do anything when they get up?
Yeah, I need to go eat some humans, just for the fuck of it.
All right. Eat out some humans. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna go to the Little Inferno to do that?
Yeah, sure.
All right. This week they have a Shibari presentation.
Very nice, very nice. Keep to myself, chill in a corner, drink some wine, flirt with a few people, see if there are any specials around, any corpses, any ghosts. They've always been a bit weird around here. There's, doesn't hurt that the owner is a voodoo man and that it's frequented by some apparently ghost friendo. And I will use my persuasion and my presence in order to score a lay. Hooray for me.
Yeah. You can definitely, like, people are a little turned on there just in general, and
Yeah.
someone's down for a little strings attached. Are you going for a guy or a girl?
Go.
All right. They're definitely down, and you don't have to worry about condoms.
Excellent. Yeah, go have some fun, enjoy myself, life it up a bit.
Although as you walk away arm in arm with her, you hear the soft tutting of an old Jewish woman.
I probably like pause for a second. I'm like, oh right, okay.
All right, so Tanya heads off to get her girl dick wet.
Yeah, she goes to get her freak on.
All right. Claire, would you like to do anything in the early hours of the night?
Let's see. Nothing's to do. I apparently drunkenly called myself an asshole. I guess, check my phone to see if Cassandra has texted, and then spend the early night working on one of my coils.
Okay.
So yeah. Oh yeah, has Kara texted me back?
Not as yet.
All right. Has my sister texted me at all?
Scout?
I mean, your sister was in contact with you just yesterday, and it's. Tell you what, give me a chance, Ty. You don't hear from her, but you can't have a conversation with her, but she sends a text like essentially along the lines of "My sleep schedule is now fucked. I'm going to bed," and it's relatively early on.
All right. She's in college. Understandable.
Yep.
All right. I guess spend the rest of the early evening fleshing out and researching a coil of my very own.
Be a student when turned. Sleep schedule completely does not deviate. Oh ho ho.
Yeah, even the dog was unimpressed with that joke. Wow.
Bork. Bork.
We're a good girl. Okay, come on. Alright. So, Claire's working on a coil. Timothy. Would you like to do anything in the early hours of the night?
I have a reasonable amount of vitae, but more can never hurt.
Not you, at least.
So yeah, gonna try to do the same thing as last time. Find some insecure girl or guy fresh out of a breakup and take horrible advantage.
Okay. Please feel free to roll that.
They call him the Rebound Killer.
Out.
Pretty sure that was an LA Noir case.
Probably was.
I need to finish LA Noir.
Same.
Out! Little fucking shits.
Are they biting?
No, they keep coming in here, playing on the bed, and running out. So I just chased them out and shut my door, and they just keep nudging it open. Like, we want to come in here and annoy you. Why won't you let us annoy you? All right. So, yeah, you can easily grab somebody with a one, and you're gonna take 4 vitae. Sounds good. It's an older woman that you prey upon. Seems her husband is cheating on you, and her not cheating. Her husband is cheating on her,
With
and
you.
she is a little distraught. Had a few drinks, and comes to the advances of a younger man.
Oh, Sonny, you make me feel. No, that's wrong. Wrong targets.
You cad.
She thinks that he is cheating with you, and she wants to one-up him.
Never thought about it. I wonder how many posh werewolves are just right here.
Well, let's see. That's the wonderful thing about werewolves is they can just claim their territory anywhere. Gotta fit in. So
Yeah.
there could be quite a few.
The poshest of werewolves. Even when they burst out of their clothes, their diamond-studded cufflinks are always in perfect order.
Always wearing the highest of fashions.
High fashion.
See me, they stumble out of the coffin dressed as Elvis or something instead. Now that would be
Werewolves.
amazing if
Werewolves.
no,
We're talking about werewolves.
no, but I also want the idea of like there's the pristine werewolf piles out. It's like it's got his cufflinks, he's fucking ready to go, and then a coffin kicks open, and then the fucking King of Rock just saunters out. You look gaudy.
All right. So Tim has fed Old Man Jenkins. Would you like to feed in the wee hours?
Wait, what are you talking about?
Would you like to go hunting for blood in the wee hours of the day?
Okay. Listen. I am over 80 years old,
Uh-huh.
and I got shit to do later. I'm not going out. I'm putting my ass right here. I'm taking my nap, and I'm getting ready for what needs to be done later today.
Okay. Old Man Jenkins should become a crazy cat man. So that way he could just feed on a cat in the morning.
Is that even a thing?
You
Yeah.
feed on animals.
No, I mean cat men. I mean, you hear about the crazy cat ladies, but never hear about the
Crazy cat
cat
ladies get more attention than the crazy cat men, but they exist
Yeah.
too.
They do. There's even an entire show about a crazy cat man going around and tormenting cats. I forget what it's called, but this guy with a bunch of tattoos and stuff like that is like, yeah, man, I'm the cat whisperer. I'm gonna come here and talk to your cat and make your cat less of a shitbag.
Crazy cat man do.
Yeah.
The worst of the crazy cat couples.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, it's called My Cat from Hell. Here, let me find an image of him. He's
that'll
weird looking.
that'll just remind DCL of Lucy.
It will. Miss her.
Oh, Lucy.
Little Lucifer. You furry little bastard.
Oh my god, what is wrong with his hair?
That's the host
Yeah,
of the show.
That's crazy
Yeah.
cat man hair.
Yeah,
That's crazy cat man
He's
hair.
wearing a like fucking bowling shirt with cat daddy on it
that's
Unironically.
uncomfortable.
with leopard print on the collar.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's,
No,
Right.
check this out. This is actually what he calls himself. Look at this.
come on.
Do I want to click this?
It's actually not as bad as the last one.
Yeah, no, that one
I
is.
know.
I mean, Jackson
Great.
Galaxy is a dope fucking name too.
He look,
He's a cat behavior consultant, guys.
he looks
Gosh,
he looks like one of the guys from, he looks like one of the aliens from the Coneheads.
Just
Sorry, but he's
got a
he's-
hammer smashed on his head a little bit.
No, he's got like a super big forehead.
He's got a 5 head.
Anyway,
Okay.
fuck. Fucking
Oh
hell.
god.
Let us get back on track. The point is,
All
Old
right.
Man Jenkins is continuing his old manness,
Gotcha.
and he will be napping.
All right, Old Man Jenkins is napping. So, as you're all doing your various works and other shenanigans, Claire, you get a text.
Yay! Who from?
Not your sister.
It's from Kara.
It's from I prepared exploding runes today. Oh no!
Oh god!
Oh
they figured out
man,
how
that'd
to
be
send it.
great.
I know.
Explosive rune emojis.
Yep.
Be fantastic.
Explosive what now?
emoji, explosive rune emojis.
Yeah,
Like
the
the
thing that
D&D
the
thing,
thing that it's a rune that explodes when you read it, and you can write word messages in it. So the favorite
I was about to
messages,
ask, like,
yeah,
do you send
I
it to
prepared
somebody?
explosive runes today is the best message.
Do you like? Do you send it to somebody and they explode, or
No, you
is it
just write it. No, you
yeah,
write it
in
and the
D and
message
D,
explodes.
yeah, you're just supposed to write it somewhere, and then when somebody reads it, it explodes. But my favorite thing to do with that is have an entire book.
Oh, everyone's
full
done.
with
Yeah,
them.
the nuclear runes bomb where you fluff your own dispel attempt on it, so it all
Yeah.
explodes, and every single
It's-
page has an explosive
That
rune.
shit's dangerous, though. It's
Yeah, because then if
backfired
anyone
on
ever tries to dispel magic in your direction, then it might just kill you and everyone around you.
It either kills you or completely negates the entire purpose of the book.
Yeah.
And
Regardless.
neither of those are good. But
Regardless.
time? I assume it takes for fuck ever to make one. A whole book.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're casting like one a day, sure, yeah.
It's like you start the beginning of a campaign and then you hedge your long game it.
Yeah.
And then by the end, it's just like, okay, I got this bomb ready for the final big bad.
And it gets dispelled.
Then it gets dispelled and life is pain.
Even worse than explosive rune emojis, power word emojis.
I don't want to have this conversation anymore. Let's get back on
Alright.
track.
You get a text, Claire, from Kara.
Alrighty. What's it say?
It says that Rose had been seen at a pool club.
Alright.
Kind of on the southern edge of the territory they frequent.
Did she send the name of the pool club?
Yes.
Great.
It's just called Jackson's pool hall.
Jackson's Pool Hall.
And let's put freehand. I can't do. I can just do a shape otherwise. I don't know why I'm doing that.
What are you doing?
Adding it to the map.
Oh, okay.
Let's delete that.
Yeah, right now.
God, no.
Oh yeah, shit. That was stupid. Oh, it's Sonic Colors.
There you go.
Alright. I will thank her kindly for the information and tell her that I owe her one.
Pay it back in essence.
I don't know how to do that.
Get a ghost blowjob.
I'm essentially paying you back. Give her like $20.
Go buy yourself some more pancakes.
Pankaka.
Pankake.
Boobs, billiards, and beer.
Hey, it's not out of the realm of imagination for American pool halls. Come on.
No. Pool halls around here are just mundane names, like Jackson's Pool Hall.
My God, Scout actually exists. I heard what you said, so I said, hey, let's look it up. Let's see if this thing that she said actually exists.
What you
All
say?
right, here you go.
Pankake.
Yeah, pankake.
Hmm.
Yeah. Say, are there any messages in the tabloids from anyone's crews in the network?
What are you looking for?
Pretty much. While I'm in town, I want to do some advocating, so to speak. So look at people who know anything about vengeful spirits.
Well, there are your friends that you know of.
Yep. I trust them to handle stuff, and they're not like a spelt with a K crew. So I'm just looking for some short jobs. Like, yo, there's a spirit down in East Side. Go here, such and such. Maybe see into it. I don't know. Or indeed other people who are looking into requests and will pay Plasm for help.
Give me a. Need to look at character sheets. It's investigation.
Int investigation.
Yes.
Okay.
Intin.
Yeah. Let's see here. I don't really have any merits that help. Not at the moment, at least. I don't think I have any powers. Yeah, let's not call on my call in order to improve my odds of finding more work. Spending plasma to find plasma is generally not a good move. Flip. Any modifiers?
No penalties, no additions.
Okie dokie. Success.
All right. Buried under some of the subtext, there's a call to look into a recently arrived spirit that seems to be causing a bit of havoc.
Where's the location for it?
They mentioned Parkview Cemetery.
Nice. I'm gonna assume Parkview Cemetery is going to be somewhere in the Upper District near a park.
It's actually nowhere near a park.
Where is Parkview?
Parkview Cemetery is draw a shape.
Dun, dun, dun,
Right
dun.
down here.
I don't know what here is. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, I can hit up Parkview. Have I heard from New Blood or Clarence?
You've not heard from them recently. You're always, you're always welcome around.
Yeah, sure. I'll drop him a line and say that I'm going to be looking into some stuff down maybe at Parkview Cemetery, and if they want to come along.
Okay. And the rest of you guys, the time has come for your meetup. And where are you guys meeting up?
I'm pretty sure we decided. Actually, where did we decide?
Fairly,
Elysium.
yeah, fairly certain it was the Elysium.
Okay, Elysium as normal. Well, gets up, gets dressed, gets over. And well, he's at least there 20 minutes early.
All right, Claire, heading on over.
Yep. Just kind of.
Then You arrive and see Old Man Jenkins is already ahead of you.
Alright. I'm gonna pull up in my Don't Notice Me mobile.
Oh, I'm arriving. I'm arriving.
And was Tim already in Elysium?
Craig Ferguson.
Probably, yeah.
And
Figured
Old
then
Man
head straight back to Elysium.
Jenkins was not the first one there.
Hard to be when one person lives there.
Yep. All right. So you guys meet up at Elysium.
UCL is blowing on your microphone again.
I'm not. God damn this fan. Fine. I'll fucking throw myself to the heat.
Bitch all you want. Just stop sticking your microphone in the fan.
I'm not. It's a ceiling fan.
Well, I don't know.
Ambient wind.
Get a less shit fan. Get a less shit
Alright.
mic. One of those two.
Well, Jenkins walks in and he goes, well, good day or good night, you kids. You get your shit sorted out yet?
Were you just already there though?
Yeah, I just
Oops.
got here. Meeting just started, right? Because you just got here.
Well, you said you were there 20 minutes early. I was confused as to why you said you just walk in.
Oh, well, okay. Fair enough.
Timothy, hello.
Greetings, Claire.
Have you found out more about our friend here?
Mr. Jenkins is indeed a member of the Invictus. And so very youthful.
I don't know about the youthful part, but I told you I meant what I said.
It's good, otherwise I would have had to brutally torture you.
It's a privilege of growing old. You grow too tired to dance with your words. You just say what you mean.
Kindred tend to discount human age. We count how long you've been kindred.
You hella young, boy. You fresh blood, boy. You're gonna
Oh,
break you in, boy.
Are any of you over the age of 90?
Again, human age is generally discounted. It doesn't matter.
Don't see why it doesn't. It's not like you lose all the experience you got from being a human.
And some kindred appear to be tiny children, but are 6,000 years old.
The Countess is eating what can only be regarded as a blood pudding.
Is she actually here?
She is sat at a table idly kicking her feet. There is a hand attendant next to her and a number of elders courting her about various intrigues. You're pretty sure you heard some kind of description of, like, oh, you know how it is, the odd graphic murder here, yada yada yada, and then a bunch of strange names that go over your head in an unknown language.
Wasn't she adorable?
And also 6,000 years old, and has killed more vampires than, well, entire wars, and humans, and I assume other things.
Jenkins kind of quirks his eye at that. You expect me to believe that?
She ripped Kindred's arms off in front of us. It was very impressive. He deserved it.
And then beat him to death with them.
And then killed a bunch more later on, and then took on some Strix. It was interesting. Anyways, Timothy, I have a lead on where, I almost said Kara, Rose is. Kara got back to me.
Excellent.
She was probably cranky. Jenkins kind of says to himself.
Whatever the arm tearing.
No, I'm at the little one over there. She's ripping arms off. She probably just needed a nap.
I wouldn't say that to her face. She's older than you'll likely ever be.
He takes another look over at her again. What's she doing?
Hey, you know what? If you ever want to try and get the scope of someone, there are dice rolls you could make.
Yeah, please. Let's see. What's a good one? Wits and
Empathy, probably?
empathy.
Let's.
Empathy.
Hey, Lily, roll 10d10.
Oh boy.
Yeah, when you look at her, she will turn her head around like an unnatural amount, relatively casual motion, and give Old Man Jenkins a smile, and you feel the weight of ages just fucking pile on your shoulders like nothing you've ever felt before. Like you've done the longest walk in your life 1,000,000 times over.
Drop your gaze and bow, or you'll have insulted her.
I couldn't hear you at all.
Drop your gaze and bow, or you'll have insulted her.
Not really knowing what to do, he bows.
The weight settles off of your shoulders again. She will smile and whip her head back around in the middle of a conversation. One of the elders who was watching is sort of does the little collar adjust thing before continuing on.
You vampires sure are a touchy bunch.
Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the jungle.
She was last seen at Jackson's Pool Hall in the southern upper district, or northern poor district if you want to say that. Pretty sure it's divided by rail lines, actually. That's what the pink things are, right? These are rail lines?
Yes, they are. There are other rail lines, but those are the major ones that will get you from point A to point B the quickest.
Jackson's Pool. I can't say I'm familiar with it.
Neither am I.
Has Old Man Jenkins been around there?
Does Old Man Jenkins like the pool?
He was a beat cop. He probably has had to go to a bar or pool place more than once before.
That habit ever stick?
And did you go into the upper side of town from where you worked in this police station in the poor district?
I don't know. Should I roll a chance die?
Well, chance die.
That's like a 1d10, right?
Yep.
He went to the legendary pool championships up in the rich people's place.
You've heard of it. You never been there.
What kind of reputation does it got?
People don't start shit there.
Smart choice.
Last I've heard of it, it's kind of got a tentative piece, but I don't remember any incidents ever going down there.
That could either be very good or very bad.
Hell, you can say that for most things in life. They're not very descriptive. Point is, your friend Rose is last seen over there, so we should probably head on over and ask some questions.
Split up and search for clues.
Zoinks, Scoob!
Are there like other types of I just out of character? Are there other types of wares in this world, or just werewolves? Did you ever include the other ones? Because I know you included stuff from old World of Darkness, like
They're just wolves.
Brides of Dracula. Okay.
Brides of Dracula is New World of Darkness.
I don't
remember actually. I think they are referred to in New WoD, but they don't have a splat outside of Old.
I
They
don't remember.
don't exist in Old World of Darkness, though.
Really?
Oh,
They
no, I
were
knew it.
specifically created as one of the alternate covenants in Vampire the Requiem.
Huh. I don't remember that. All right. I was just wondering.
Yeah, there are no other ways. Not that you know of, at least. Maybe they do exist and you've never met them before.
and then we just run into a bunch of Bastet. I'm not sticking around to be eaten by a were-tiger.
The hell's a rare tiger?
This is out of character, not in character.
Yeah, they don't exist, supposedly.
There's the Changing Breeds book, and that's just for generic World of Darkness.
All right. The main reason I was wondering is because I know you were a fan of other type of shifters, and since you were
Yeah.
taking resetting, if you were gonna put anything else in there, just out of curiosity.
I don't know.
Well,
So,
you kids ever see Scooby Doo?
I'm fairly certain everyone's seen Scooby Doo. It's had a run that's lasted 50 years or so.
Right, then you know the plan. We need to split up and ask questions, see what we can find.
We should probably go to the pool hall first.
I mean, yeah, that's what we do when we get there.
All right. This is still within like werewolf territory, right?
It's on the southern edge.
All right. Are there any? I don't remember. Well, we can just go through the territory and ask questions without like having to ask permission to get there. We just can't hunt there, right? Them's the rules.
That would be correct, although they are relatively less lenient with you also in general harassing people, regardless of hunting as well. Trying to harass people is not considered polite in that, you know, that big air quotes of "don't fuck this up" polite. You know how that is.
Yeah. All right. All right. Does Tim still have no car?
Mm-hmm.
Would he like to hop in the Don't Notice Me mobile?
If you don't mind.
Tim is the Don't Notice Me mobile.
Pretty much, yeah.
That is his specialty.
That car seems more beaten down than me.
It's not beaten down though.
Yeah,
It's a relative.
it's just the most basic car ever. If it were too damaged, that would also be a point of noticing it.
It's such a basic car. It goes out to Starbucks for pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah, that's
Fucking goddamn it!
as a basic car. Okay, I got a clear image now.
All right. Basically, Claire looked up the most common car and the most common car color, and then picked that one, and then also takes different routes home.
Basic car.
Yeah, we're in Winter's car now.
Vroom, vroom, vroom. Meow.
Yeah, DC, I don't know if you know, but that token for the Don't Notice Me mobile is quite literally Pets and Winters' car.
My fucking god.
Yeah, it's just a picture of his car that I put in a token.
Because I decided on Kara's car make, and it turns out Winter's is the exact same.
So, are there any rules or regulations that I should know about going over to this pool hall?
Within werewolf territory, don't rile anyone up and don't hunt on their territory.
Werewolves, huh? You guys have like a little war going on or something?
That's in comics and movies. No.
Or it would be a fucking short one.
I thought vampires in general were in comics and stories.
Yes, but you also don't turn when you're just bitten. Werewolves don't turn each other by biting each other, and we don't have an ancient war against each other. There are many, many things in this world. It's not worth fighting every single one of them.
At least not in this city. Different strokes in different places.
Basically, all you're saying is I don't need to go over there and piss anybody off.
They will tear you the fuck apart.
Well, vampires are really hardy, so we can run away.
This is true.
Like, if this was Old Wad, we'd take a step in the door and then immediately fall over dead. Because we don't have a vulnerability to slashing. We take bashing from everything but fire.
And any questions I shouldn't be asking?
Do they fuck dogs?
He kind of just blinks and is just like, why would I ask that?
I have no idea.
You get a nosebleed.
But yeah, just if you meet a werewolf, be polite and respectful, and try not to anger them. Because if you anger one, you anger the whole pack.
As long as I can't get them angry just by looking at them, I think I'll be fine.
No, the
You
werewolves.
can. You just have to look at them in a more challenging fashion. More actively challenging than that.
Jenkins kind of just shrugs. These rules are so strange and yet somewhat not different from what I'm used to.
Remember, werewolves want you to sit at the back of the bus.
Do the werewolves have to sit in the back of them? No.
No, werewolves sit in the back of the bus. That's the cool side.
It is the cool seat,
Yeah.
actually.
The werewolves are the cool guys.
They are. And the
Only-
players sit at the front where all the ladies are, is what they think every time.
The players want to sit in the back, but they can never get a seat. You know.
I fight in 2 wars to get my people out of the back seats of the bus. Then they just want to go back to it.
It's a damn shame. Kids these days don't know what I die for. You ain't dead, old man.
Literally don't.
Now,
Also,
did you
shush.
have any other questions, or shall we get going?
I'll save the rest of the questions for the people down there.
Do you fuck dogs?
Oh, and you have been told about the masquerade, right?
Masquerade?
That is one thing that there's no way they didn't tell you.
Oh yeah. I believe they mentioned something about that. It makes sense. Figures that there had to be some code going on for nobody to know you guys existed for so long.
That and people tend to try to explain away what they've seen. And we can't be captured in recording devices, which is always nice.
Shit, I can't even figure out how to work recording devices.
That doesn't sound very beat cop. How the fuck this work again?
He's an old beat cap at least.
He is an alt beat cop, but that just means he should be like, these damn kids and their fucking CD players when they could be getting captured on VHS.
Damn kids with these CD players when they could be seeing these nuts.
Got him.
You're not even here, Scout. Shush.
Nah, she's just gonna follow our ghostly trail. It's fine. All right, so yeah, it's gonna. Womp.
Alright. Party will head to Jackson's Pool Hall. It's a rundown little place. It's on the edge of the tracks. I mean, to the northern area, it's a bit more built up. But once you get around here, it's kind of it's on the it's towards the I don't care side. Doesn't get a whole lot of maintenance.
I feel like I've been here before, but to be honest, you've been to one rundown bar, you've been to them all.
Outside is a closed up food truck. But the bar, or not bar, the pool hall seems to be lit up, active.
I think I am remembering a little bit more about this place. Anybody want some nachos? I hear Jackson Pool makes good nachos.
Did no one tell you?
There's a lot no one's told me. I'm gonna have to start explaining things at rapid fire for these old bones.
To
It's
be able
been-
to. Go ahead.
You go.
To be able to consume human food and drink, you will need to force your blood to create a facsimile of life again. Otherwise, you will simply retch back up.
And even if you do that, you will retch it back up several hours later.
Unless you are Claire, who can blush of life for 24 hours and has to go through the nightmare that is pooping again.
I suppose there are some sacrifices that have to be made if I want to enjoy Bubba's chili again.
Doesn't it take like 3 days for food to go through you?
Doesn't it take like 12 hours?
Yeah, it does not take
Like 3
days.
days.
Well, I suppose that's a no on the nachos then. Guess we'll just go in and be all business.
Are you googling how long it takes for food to pass through the body?
Jenkins will walk in.
I am going to face in the crowd and head on in.
I'm just going to be following them. Sorry,
Alright.
I'm prepping something on another page.
So head on in. Inside, it's darkly lit. Just a major light over each of the pool tables, and one above the not quite bar really, but I mean, it's a bar. It's just not a bar.
Yeah.
It is not an alcohol bar.
What kind of pool hall doesn't have alcohol?
This one.
Actually, yeah.
Terrible.
What kind of people come here when there's no alcohol and only pool? I'm gonna take a quick scan of the room.
All right. There's a guy behind the bar. Seems to be sitting back in a chair off to the side, kind of drinking from a bottle of beer. And there's a pair of people playing pool on one of the tables.
So
It doesn't seem to be anyone else.
only 2 people?
Only 2 people playing pool.
Shit, the place is rather empty. Did we come in at an odd hour?
Yeah, it looked all lit up from the outside.
Well, who looks like they're the owner out of the 2?
Probably the guy behind the bar.
Oh, I thought you said this place didn't have a bar.
It
It
does
has a
have
bar. It has not. It's not an alcohol bar. You know, it's
It's just the owner that gets beer.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
This place confuses me so much. Oh, guess I'm walking up and saying hello to the barkeep. So Jenkins will saunter in and take a seat over by the bar, wave hi to barkeep.
how's it going? $10 for a half hour.
It's going pretty good, I would say. He fishes into his wallet and brings out the $10.
Is it in singles? No, you write him a check.
Jesus. He was old enough for paper money. He's young enough for paper money.
Do you have an early bird special?
He grunts, stands, and fishes out a set of balls from behind the counter.
I
So,
brought my own.
I hope you don't take offense to me asking, but this place doesn't seem to get a lot of traffic right now.
Most people are at the bars this time of night. We got the regulars like those 2 over there.
Are they members of Alcoholics Anonymous?
Oh yeah, that organization that totally works isn't a massive failure. Yeah.
Oh, my dad credits Alcoholics Anonymous. For staying sober.
Weird.
You remember many of the faces that come by in here?
Not really.
So you wouldn't have happened to seen a girl named Rose come around to these parts?
See a lot of girls.
Liar.
Fair enough. Still, if you haven't seen this one in particular, actually did I got a physical description of Rose, right?
You're in the age of technology. They probably gave. Oh no, they didn't give you a photo. Never mind. I take that back.
Yeah, no, we totally get. No, no. What we did was we carry around an oil painting of her at all times. Have you seen this girl produces giant oil painting from behind back?
Well, that's one hell of a Photoshop filter you got there. Yeah, filter.
If they ever make another Naked Gun, they need to do that.
If I have an image, I'll slide it onto the table. If not, I will physically just.
There's no image.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fuck vampires. You guys are so inconvenient.
That's why we were joking about the oil painting
No,
thing.
you know what? Jenkins.
That was the oil painting joke.
I was. Internet. Jenkins like fishes into his pockets because he's like reflexively going to bring out a picture, and he remembers that vampires don't really mix with photos. He's just like, man, fucking vampires.
So, wait, does he say that shit out loud? Wait a fucking what the fuck?
No, he doesn't say that out loud. He's saying that mentally. So yes, then he will describe how Rose looks.
I don't know. Scratches the back of his head. My memory ain't what it used to be.
To be honest, neither is mine. But hey, you at least have a few more years before yours goes out.
He looks at you pointedly.
That was a joke, son.
Come on, you were a cop.
All right. Claire just is watching this entire exchange. Just deep breath, sigh, pulls out like 100.
Yeah, this takes me back. He pockets it. Came in here a few days ago. Talk to those guys. Points in the back.
All right. Was that it? Did she leave afterwards?
Yeah, they talked for a bit. She didn't play any. And left.
All right. Thank you kindly.
Thank you, money. I love you, money.
All right. Hang on.
He does say, thank you, Ben.
All right.
That's my good friend
I
Benjamin.
can't see. I can't see where Tim is, but I'm just going to assume he's in the room and like make a gesture to the two people standing there, and then what's his name? I already forgot his name. Oh no, Old Man Jenkins. There we go. Pat Old Man Jenkins on the shoulder.
Jenkins will just shrug and follow along. And once he's like next to Claire and a little bit from the barkeep, he's like, shit. Used to be a day where you could get information just with a good smile and a how do you.
How often was he wearing a badge?
Good point, voice in my head. Yes, but you were also a cop with a badge.
Cop who honored his badge. But I suppose you're right. Not a policeman anymore, technically.
All right. I'm gonna look at these two people. Do they do they have any markings of supernatural creature? Do they smell vampire-y or particularly wolfy?
You smell cigarette smoke
Gross.
at the moment. One of them, kind of a shorter fella. By shorter, I mean he's like 5'7". By male standards, he's short.
So Claire's side, gotcha.
He's Hispanic, a little bit built up. The other guy's 6 foot, so wearing a duster.
Can I roll black
And,
man instead? See what gang they're in.
Did you just ask if you could roll black guy?
I asked if I could roll black guy stereotype thing.
Okay.
Roll wits and the street buys. Add +1 for black man.
I'll take it. I will take that +1.
Good thing you did it. Was that last dice that scored?
No, hey, look at
Neither of the figures are wearing any gang colors or seem to have any tattoos for gangs.
Not like I'm really in tune to the new gangs around these parts. But I suppose they look like honest fellows.
that. All right. I'm gonna look at these two and beast hackles.
Okay.
Which one is okay? Let me see what it. Okay, which one is more likely to give me what I want?
What do you want?
I want to find information on Rose.
Short one.
All right. Okay, sorry, I had to click up on just.
Do you have a second question or?
No, beast hackles only allows you to ask one. Only on
Okay.
exceptional success may you ask two.
Aha.
Uncanny perception is the one that lets you ask multiple questions based on how many successes you have. Yeah.
Okay.
Gentlemen, good evening.
All right, you walk over, greet them, and a short one looks up from a shot and says, "Hey, how's it going, man?
Oh,
Hey,
Mang,
hey.
this is a Jolo bar, Mang.
You just came in. Is the food cart still open, man?
The what?
Food cart outside, man.
It appears to be closed.
Ah, man, I wanted to get me a what's up. They have the best what's ups out there, man. You ever had one of their what's ups?
I can't say that I have.
Oh man, you gotta try it. It's like this German sausage, man. It's fucking delicious.
I can't understand half the things these kids say these days.
You know, what's up?
Thought that was something you said to say hi to somebody.
Yeah, man, it's what they call it. They call it what do they call it, man? A que pasa?
Is he just confusing? Am I the only one here who's getting confused?
No, man, they call it a que pasa. What's up, you know?
He's using WhatsApp on a smartphone, obviously.
Ain't never had a que pasa? It's a German sausage, man. Really delicious.
Well, a head shake later. Yeah, I have Streetwise. Okay, I'll use fucking Streetwise. What do I need to roll?
I was actually
You start
waiting for
seeing
the-
subtitles.
Do I
I
need
was
to
wa-
roll?
The taller fellow actually leans in and says, "It's Polish."
I was gonna say, wait a second, ¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué pasa? It's ¿Qué pasa?
Hey, look at that.
That for?
To understand what the fuck he is talking about.
It's talking about a ¿Qué pasa? A what's up?
The translation didn't help.
I'll be like back in an hour or
Would
something.
you
Fuck.
like?
This is gonna be a long one.
Intelligence and linguistics, or is linguistics the thing? No, linguistics isn't the thing.
No, linguistics is not.
Academics.
Intelligence academics,
How
you
would-
say?
How would that be related to this?
I
I
mean,
was
I
thinking-
would personally have
Oh.
thought streetwise since it's
Yeah, actually.
Commonest talk.
Yeah, Streetwise is actually the skill for passing information as well.
Claire, it kind of sounds like he's saying kielbasa.
Oh,
The fuck is that?
A
you know what a
kielbasa sausage.
is? Yeah, kielbasa sausage.
It's got a whole tenacious D sock.
Yeah,
It,
yeah, man.
It's delicious.
A kielbasa.
Oh,
So
right.
what's up, man? They got the
Kiel-
best what's ups.
A kielbasa sausage. I understand. I am looking for a friend of mine.
Well, I'm glad that's
Man,
what.
aren't we all, man?
She was said to be here a couple of days ago. She goes by Rose. She's about. Actually, how tall it was. I don't remember how tall she was.
About yay high. Jenkins will provide.
No, I was actually asking third because I've met her before.
I don't know. You don't remember it, so.
All
Did
right.
Did I get that
Fucking, I
information?
watched that just exactly to check, Lily. You had to go through her character sheet to check yourself and you couldn't find
Fuck
it.
off.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
off.
right. Yeah, no, I was watching because I knew that was about to happen. You fucking wish you could get away with it. I opened that sheet up and I patiently waited and I was not let down. You also don't remember how tall your own character is.
There's spot on here for it.
Yeah,
You
I
asshole.
didn't put it in.
Fuck you for giving that out.
I was so delighted. I opened it up and I was like, and now we play the waiting game. I was so satisfied.
I'm just like shit. She didn't have like pump up kicks or anything. Her weight, her height wasn't always constantly
I
changing.
believe Rose is roughly 5'10".
Yeah, we'll go. She was about yay high. Like,
All right. So, anyways, I'm going to basically describe Rose.
probably listens to the hip hop.
You've never. Never mind.
As you start to describe her, the smile kind of fades off his face.
That isn't a good sign. You got a history with this little lady?
You could say that, yeah.
Oh, I know who these guys are. Sweet.
Why don't you explain to us what went down between you and her?
Nah, man. I don't know you. He'll kind of
And
look over you and you see his nose twitch a little bit.
What's wrong? Are you afraid of something?
Trying to see if you smell like owls.
Ow. Look,
right.
okay, so what would it be for a persuasion roll? It'd be
You fuckers smell dead. I don't know if you smell like owls or not.
listen. I don't know exactly what you're getting at, but I assure you, whatever you're worried about, we aren't your enemies here. We just want to figure out what happened.
Man, I don't gotta worry about enemies. I gotta worry about anybody else.
All right. I'm going to. Wow, that's a lot of successes. I'm going to uncanny perception and squint at this person. Is this person a supernatural creature?
Yes, he is.
Have I met this kind of supernatural creature before?
Yes.
What kind of supernatural creature is this?
It's a werewolf.
Huh. We
Can I-
do not. What?
Can I make him at least a little easier with 2 successes, if that's even the right roll?
Maybe. He doesn't noticeably change.
Well, I do want to point out that I have acute senses and I asked if anyone smelled particular, like anything in particular.
They were covered with cigarette smoke. It's a very cunning trick.
Nah. You can't get that out. You can't get the wet dog
I
smell
think you have
out.
one more question.
I don't have another question asked, so.
Okay.
Is it Rose? Is it the Rose girl you're worried about, or somebody else? Because it sounds like somebody else.
We do not mean to impede upon your territory, werewolf. We simply want to find a member of our kindred.
I don't know, man. I mean, Clarence here. I don't know. Clarence, what do you think? And he will turn to the taller gentleman. Kind of leans in, looks at y'all. Yes. I've heard of this one. He points at Claire.
Did they get a text about it then?
That one. He points in Timothy's direction.
Hmm?
I've seen before.
Jenkins kind of looks back and doesn't say anything, and he's just like, okay.
I ain't never seen this one before.
He is 3 days old.
I'm new, but I guess not new in a way. I've been around the block a few times, as you could probably tell by my face.
3 days. And
Yes.
you're dragging him on this investigation.
More like he imposed himself upon it.
Hold on a second.
One day Lily will be able to get through an entire session without being pestered by her family. One day. One day.
I roll to disbelieve.
Yeah, it's not likely.
I'm sorry, Scout. I don't know how you're gonna get in. The other one just found us by sniffing us out. I don't know how you're gonna find us. We'd have no idea you exist.
Oh, I know the two people you're talking to.
No, I'm talking about your character.
Yeah, my character
So
knows
Scout.
them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my character knows them. I know them by different
Alright.
names.
I'm back. Where were we?
He was like, he's 3 days old and you're dragging him along, and I said, more like he imposed himself upon it.
Hey, I know you two probably discount human years as well, but I've been around the block long enough to know what's going on. Generally speaking.
Son,
Okay.
you got no idea what you're getting into.
You know what? I'm not even going to say you're wrong there, because I really don't. But I know I'm looking for my friend.
You didn't know until we came in here that you couldn't, Claire will actually say this. You didn't even know until 5 minutes ago that you couldn't eat human food anymore.
I know, and it's a tragedy in and of itself.
Can't have no que pasas. I mean, what's the point, man?
See? My friend agrees with me over here.
Gotta be like
sad-
me, man. Eat all you want, man. Not gaining any weight.
It is a sad and strange world I am in now. I can't even eat a capasa without even... Actually, what happens if I try? He looks over to Claire.
You puke it up, man. You puke
You
up all
puke
your
it up.
guts.
I puke it up. Ain't that a fucking...
Made Clarence here eat one. First day he was here. Fucker doubled over, just blah, blah.
Well, if he was a kindred, wouldn't we be able to sense that? Because the beasts rub up against each other?
Is that a thing now?
Yeah,
I think.
Yes.
Didn't that get removed?
No,
No, it's still a thing. Although if that dude has Auspex stuff, then his beast can also sit on the down low. I figured that there was an Auspex, since neither of the players could smell them as they were approaching, just through cigarette smoke.
You mean an obfuscate?
Obfuscate, sorry, yes. Well, I mean, he also does have an Auspex for spotting, Tim. But yes, I figured him for an obfuscator in the first place.
Unless he has like crazy amounts of obfuscate or like ranks in the order Draco, you can't hide your beast.
Unless you guys Seen him before.
Yes, you can, Stray. Literally, the first rank of Obfuscate allows you to hide your beast. It's
thought that
easily detected by an Auspex, but if someone doesn't actively Auspex, your beast is automatically concealed.
And you checked on the werewolf and not the vamp.
Well, he did just turn to his friend and say he puked it up, so, you know.
He did
Very
also
easy.
point to his friend and ask if he knew you guys.
Well, I mean, Kara could have told people about us. It's entirely possible.
Look, I'm an old man who's confused and just trying to do his job. Couldn't you be a friend and tell us what happened with that there Rose?
Look, man, it was needed some help. Had a plan. Talking about these murder owl things.
Yes.
Vampires fucked up, man.
The Strix, they're all dead now.
The harsh laugh.
Well, the ones that we had in this city. Or at least the ones in that area. Hunted down and put to the torch.
I ain't questioning, man. Mentioned they killed like the toughest person she knew. So she needed a place to hide out, you know?
Yes, a friend of ours. Could you please tell us where she's gone? We wish to tell her that the threat is past and that she may return to the Elysium.
Nah, man, I can't get a message to her.
Man, when your friend Rose goes underground, she goes underground deep, huh?
Hey, this guy's got it. She went
So
underground.
So,
Man.
who are these owls that she's hiding from so much that she cut off contact with her own friends?
Strix, shadow spirits which possess both the dead, the undead, and the living and feed off of their essences.
No shit.
Hey,
Yes.
not technically spirits, man. If that were the case, I could protect her.
I'm starting to.
They are something. Some claim that they are the first vampires. Some speculate that they're a group of vampires that all got diablerized.
And why again you two get involved with all of that?
Because Timothy is an agent of the First Estate, and I am a researcher of the Defiant.
I'm starting to agree with you, my friend. Vampires are fucked up.
As you guys are talking, Werewolf will reach into a pocket and flip open a phone. And he rubs his chin.
Can you at least tell us where the safe house you sent her to was? We may be able to pick up some clue as to her whereabouts.
Safe house, man. Nah. Hold on. I got an idea. He will start tapping on his phone.
It turns out Tim is super embarrassed because he does like really embarrassed things while he's under his obfuscate.
While he's facing in the crowd, he likes to do the moonwalk.
Just like the little enjoyment he has. He does a Zoidberg crab walk when he enters a building.
Yeah.
There's the text to get back.
All right.
So what's this guy's composure?
Which guy? Werewolf?
Yes. Oh, the shorter one. Is that werewolf?
Werewolf.
Okay.
What do you need it for?
For what I literally just typed in the sidebar, Lily.
Ambition source.
Mm-hmm. It's one of my Strix powers. What I got from eating one.
Mlem, mlem, mlem.
Vampires are fucked up.
All right. His composure is 3.
Okay. So this is going to be wits composure minus 3.
All right. I'll be at the pool hall in about 20 minutes. It's actually on the double main line. Hooray for me.
Okay, so that's a success, and I think one success is all I need to get all 3 of his aspirations.
Successful. The Strix learns one of the victim's aspirations per success.
Okay.
Starting with the longest term ones and progressing to short term.
Eat
Longest-
kielbasa, man.
That'd be short term.
Yeah.
Longest term ambition
Eat
for this
bratwurst.
guy.
Own his own food truck.
Sleep on a bed of kielbasa.
Kibasa, kibasa.
Finally asked my favorite girl out.
She didn't like kibasa, so I had to dump her.
Buy a nice fucking ring for Sydney. This is top aspiration.
And a ball gag for the dogs.
Ball gags wouldn't work on dogs.
That's true. It would actually just be a, like, oh, this chew toy I can never drop.
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky,
Squeaky,
squeaky,
squeaky,
squeaky,
squeaky.
squeaky,
Yeah.
squeaky.
Oh my god, there needs to be a squeaky bone gag toy for just dogs. It's like, you'll never drop this thing. Good luck, asshole.
It's like a horse bit.
Yep.
They need to have that for humans. A squeaky toy ball gag.
Oh, no, it exists.
Ah, fucking dogs. All right. Fuck. 2 minutes, guys.
Alright.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Just hear her shouting over the dogs.
In the meantime, I did my Canaan's picture. I
Yeah,
do
no,
little
saw it.
portraits for a bunch of characters, I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw it. Super cute.
Right.
There you go.
For fuck's sake. Like, they quieted down, and then as soon as I unmuted myself. See, the problem is, someone's just come home.
Yeah.
So they're super excited. Where were we before?
You just found out, Timothy just found out that he wants to get a nice fucking ring for Sydney.
Yep.
And I'm
Look, man,
5 minutes away by train.
I don't know about you, man. You seem alright. You don't seem like owls.
Don't mind the fact that this boy here doing owl powers and shit at you.
The vampire seems to nod slightly. I reckon they're on the level. She's got a pretty good reputation. Points at Claire again.
I have a reputation now?
A little bit of one.
Figure a girl
Your
crush.
name's getting around in the order. At
You
least in the
are
city.
You are a member of the Defiant? I don't believe we've met.
Nah, I try not to meet others. Name's Clarence. Tip his
Oh,
hat.
M'lady.
My lady, Trophy.
He has like a proper like fucking cowboy hat though.
Alright.
name's Clarence as well.
It's small world.
And you already appear to know mine.
Like I said, your name's gotten around.
Alright. I had actually forgotten if we were told didn't the shorter guy say that he had something for us?
Yeah, man. I got potential for you. She should be arriving in like 10, 20 minutes.
Do you want to play a game of pool?
You're gonna have to pay her though. Uh, she don't come cheap, you know what I'm saying? She'll help you find your girl. Maybe. No guarantees. See, problem is, man, she didn't just go underground, metaphorically. Underground, like literally and figuratively. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you're talking both literally and metaphorically, I'm pretty sure we know what you're saying. Let me guess, is there some underground society of vampires?
Vampires, not really where I'm well, there's a couple, obviously, at least one more now.
Underground society of mole people?
Frog people! Okay. Wrong character.
They eat your bones!
All right. I'll tell you how she described it to me. She wanted a place where these ghosty things wouldn't want to go, man. Said they were jealous of life and they wanted to kill all life or whatever, something like that. All vampires.
Evil spirits as well. Good God,
And
it just keeps getting deeper and deeper.
you know, she thought about it and she said, you know, they're clinging to life. Where better to be than the underworld?
Oh, you cut out just at the reveal.
Shit.
At the under.
Where better to be than the underworld?
Wonderful. Alright. And well, uh, Claire. Well, she'll actually turn to Old Man Jenkins. Well, Clarence, from what Kara has told me about werewolves and spirits, I think I actually watched her go into the spirit world one time. Is the things that uh, we dealt with, the Strix, they're more like ghosts uh, than spirits in particular. At least as far as she knew. Actually, I'm fairly certain that she said that her spirit was an owl, and she was hunting that with, yes, something about a totem, and then she said something in a language I couldn't understand. I understood it when she said it, and then I forgot about it. It's very annoying.
You people deal with some very strange things.
Well, apparently werewolves speak in a language where after you hear the word, you can't remember it.
Oh, you guys know Kara, man? She's cool.
Yeah, she has a very large sword.
Oh man, she got two weird swords, man. Still got a contest going on for the second one, man. I thought about going for it, but nah.
Swords aren't your style, then.
Nah, combat's not my style, bro. You want secrets? That's where I'm at.
Mine either, but I find myself constantly pulled into combat.
Thank you for your trouble. Yeah. Head to this place. Tell them to charge it to Tim's account. You'll be able to find exactly what you're looking for her.
Well, him sin is a dude, man.
What are you giving him?
The address of a jeweler's on the back of a receipt.
Lily, you need to pay attention to chat.
I never pay attention to chat. I'm not quite Kanathis, but I let my mind kind of wander.
Unfortunately, I
Okay.
don't really get an opportunity to speak up often, so I usually end
You
up
just got to
putting
tell
stuff
everybody
in
else to
chat.
shut up. There's plenty of awkward silences,
Not really.
like that one right there.
Well, whenever I hear them coming up, I just try to fill the empty space. So sorry, I didn't mean to jump the gun. I'm RP blocking you, bro. My bad.
He looks it over, kind of gives you an odd look, but you're a bright man. Hold out a hand.
Tim will take.
And he shakes your hand and tries to do it's like a special fisty bump, special handshake.
Quick, streetwise test to not look like a fool.
Yes, please make me a dexterity streetwise.
Dex
Roll.
streetwise? Okay.
You gotta fucking land that motion.
And if you fail hard enough, you break all your fingers.
That's socialized.
Streetwise.
Shit, it is. I mean, they're both zeros, so...
Oh, okay.
Eh.
Ah, man. It's all right.
Dork.
Name's New Blood. You ever come back in the area,
Which you all hear. Hey, new blood.
Ah, here we go. Here's the girl, man. She'll hook you up.
Yeah, looks like you guys made yourself some friends. Interesting sort too.
You're kind of friends, if I remember correctly.
Ah, I see. Let's see what we got here. I'm like walking all confident, like it's just started raining outside, so she's like shaking water out of her hair and adjusting a little like light, not very appropriate for the weather jacket. Looks like a young person. But as she looks you over, she pulls out a little cracked hand mirror and like twists it over into her palm and then slips it back away again. Ah. More dead folks. Friends of yours, Clarence?
Not really.
Ah.
I have friends.
Oh, shucks. You know I'm your buddy, really.
Not even me, man. Been together for like, how many years? 15.
Be together that long, you stop being friends and stop being family.
Alright.
Man, that's what I say, man. Fuckers, family.
You two are alright. So,
Been around since I became a werewolf, yo.
what's their story, New Blood?
These guys are looking for girl Rose. She came around when you weren't around.
Shit, is
Kinda
that...
helped her get into the underworld.
I was really hoping it was a meat space job. Gotta go under?
Yeah.
Meat space.
Problem is, we don't know. Clarence, we helped her with rituals and such, but we don't know where she went under.
You didn't run me for a ceremony? I guess I probably would have charged a whole shit ton. You know I don't really like going underside.
She wanted to keep it, as limited as possible. Not few people knowing that she could.
Wait, the literal underworld?
Yeah, man, the literal underworld.
You ready to meet some real dead? And now you worried it'll pay?
I've said in metaphor before that I chase people down to the depths of hell. I don't think I've ever met it so literally
Whoa,
before.
whoa, whoa, whoa. We are not going to be going anywhere near hell, sir.
I
Hell
would
in the
hope
other-
not.
Okay, wait a minute. So not only telling me that there is hell and underworld, and that there is two different places.
Yeah?
Those are two
Three,
different
man.
There are a
There's
whole
also,
bunch of
yeah,
them.
the spirit world.
Ah, come on, they don't need to know all this
The
stuff.
Twilight, man.
Does anybody
man.
have a stake around? Can I just go back to being old and dead?
Fuck, man. I wouldn't be surprised if there was Narnia out there somewhere, man.
There is. Never mind. Don't ever try. She will actually like turn around and be like, seriously, New Blood, never follow that train of thought too deep because that one is actually one you want to stay the fuck away from.
Nah, man. I ain't going down that rabbit hole.
That's what I'm
I
thinking.
read that book.
Yes, do not ever try to pursue any knowledge of Arcadia ever.
Can I go back to being an old normal man?
Oh shit, you're a corpsey too, ain't you, buddy? Fuck, I thought you were just old.
He's 3 days old.
Oh, that's adorable. You're new. Good for you.
I am too old for this.
Nah, my lady likes the young'uns the most, and you're the kidliest kid ever. And she will go to give Jenkins a hug, but she's a bit short, so it's to be a tippy toes around the shoulders deal.
Your lady?
Ah, fuck, you didn't tell him at all anything, New Blood?
Nah, man.
Uh,
Hey, I don't, these guys are fresh. That thing, man. They don't know much.
they don't know anything underside, nothing spirit, nothing dead?
Nah.
Apparently, there's a lot of things I don't know.
See, my girl here, very talented lady.
Shucks.
She's what they call, what are they? Sin eater?
Yeah, Sin Eater, Geist, Haunted, whatever you fancy.
She's
Can
a ghost lady, man.
all right?
But not a
Can I
ghost.
make an into cult check to have known what that is?
-4 modifier, yes.
Okay. You still get a success. Fuck you.
You've heard of them.
Yeah, I
Uh,
read them in a book.
they're-
Literally my character's job, a cult researcher.
Yeah.
Religiously speaking, a sin eater was somebody who conducted a ritual and ate the sins of a dying person so that they could ascend to heaven. And they
Yeah,
took
that
the
was-
sins into themselves.
Yeah, that was a cult, not academia. That would be an academia role, right?
I mean, that's
Academia is like-
definitely an occult thing as well. I mean,
Well, academia would give you what normal people know. A cult lets you know that
Yeah.
that exists and it's actually totally a thing, although not quite the same.
Does anybody
Well,
have an
occult,
undead?
occult isn't just like supernatural knowledge. It's what people think of when they say occult. Just
Yeah.
it is strange goings on, rumor, all that. It's not a catch-all. I can know anything about any supernatural.
Does anybody have an undead manual they want to give this old man so he's not confused every 10 seconds?
From what I've read, sin eaters are creatures bound to ghosts. That's about the extent of my knowledge.
That's not a bad summation. We're sort of bound to each other. My lady, Bloody Mary. And she fucking loves vampires for some reason. Never really figured that one out.
I hope it's not the loves to stake kind of love.
No. Actual Bloody Mary, she's a sweetie. She likes loving parents, she likes kids, and for some reason vampires. And the younger the vampire, the better. Shit, she'd love to help this person out, I'm sure. And especially you cute little youngster. And she'll attempt to squeeze old man Jenkins's cheek. And she just appears to be like a fucking 19-year-old girl or something. And she is, actually. He seems a little bit shocked. Alright, give me a sec to grab a bottle of water and get myself comfy, and I'll try and give you a little bit of a down low. And then we can talk fees. I love fees.
Please.
Yeah.
And let's get back to shooting pool too. Grab some sticks.
Fuck it, sure, alright.
Count me in. Playing pool's better than thinking about all this crazy shit.
Yep. Tanya will immediately confess, I'm actually terribly shit at pool. I think they just enjoy winning against me.
Nah, man, Clarence fucking sucks, man.
Even he beats
Hundreds of
me.
years alive, and he just never picked up pool.
Odd dog, new tricks?
I don't think he cares.
Tragic. What kind of test is a pool test? I really
I
hope
don't
it's not
know.
athletics.
I don't think it would be athletics,
Be dexterity.
Yeah.
dexterity, and
Firearms, no.
dexterity and composure.
Okay. I'm actually not the worst at that.
No skill, because I don't think any of the skills really fit that.
No.
Well, I mean, if you were fighting with a pool cue, then it'd be brawl.
Yeah, it'd be strength brawl.
No, weaponry does cover improvised weaponry.
Yeah.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get smoked by Old Man Jenkins, that's for sure.
All right.
Alright. So, your friend has gone down to Underworld, and you don't know where she's at. Not easy starts, I'll tell you that much. Definitely
Why
not
don't
an
we
easy
start
start.
by defining what exactly is Underworld?
Okay. Alright, so... I guess the Underworlds is... Checking school's new blood, of course.
You know, it doesn't build confidence when even you can't figure out where to start.
Let's face it. I know it in terms and language that you don't know, so it's more trying to figure out how to put it down to like normal stinky baby levels of description.
Yeah, try explaining our entirety of existence in just a few words. It's another plane.
Yeah.
Easy. That's easy for us. Vampires are
Clarence
crazy.
kind of leans over the table. And you ever read about Greek mythology?
It's a good start. But okay.
Hades was considered ruler of the underworld, guarded by a three-headed dog. It was said to contain all the souls of those who had died.
Except it wasn't always all of them. So the literal version, just so you know guys, Hades does exist, so does the Underworld, but the Underworld isn't hell. Gonna cover that one right there. Heaven, hell, you know what, I'm gonna leave that one out of this discussion. Frankly, I am not paid enough to talk about that kind of stuff. But the Underworld's like close to limbo, but a limbo you can live in, a limbo you can exist in. Ghosts hang out there before they're all done. They like to wield, they like to deal. You don't really try to do anything. It's just a place you stay. It's just the waiting room. It's where you sit, where you be.
And that's where our friend Rose has gone off to?
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine she's enjoying it there all too much. The Underworld is... Well, when it's not being utterly terrifying, existentially questioning, it's actually kind of boring. Sort of like a big old waiting room, but if you were to, get up from your chair and have a wander around for a while, you might meet someone you really don't want to meet.
She is Apollyon, an undead who has a connection to the dead. She might have left a mark.
Oh,
again,
well, that makes it like way easier to find her at least. You got anything that belonged to her?
Not really. She kept to herself. I suppose we could find her ghoul and question her.
Once again, I'm asking on the encyclopedia on all of this crazy stuff you guys keep talking about.
There was that box that she let Zaire. It might still be in his van back to Elysium.
Fair.
Daniel Squint. If it's all the same to you, I do enough dead avenging that I don't want to be anywhere near the Elysium itself. I'm the kind of geist who gets involved with spirits who didn't die all that pleasant, and I'm pretty sure there are a lot of vampires who didn't leave a lot of particularly pleasant dead. So, if you want to go pick up stuff, you have to bring it back here. Like, seriously, if I go anywhere near the Elysium, it's a terrible headache, and then I end up indebted, and sure, I get paid really big in the end, but then I have to be scared for, like, weeks.
We can take care of that, but
Thank you.
would the first and second seasons of Game of Thrones that she owned and watched regularly be sufficient?
Shit.
I guess. I mean, sure.
Everybody loves Game of Thrones.
Well, it's more important as well that she made a deal. She bought an object for money and then used the object, and it still got a material worth as well as a whatever it was worth when she was enjoying it. So that's honestly kind of fine. Wheeling and dealing is the name of the game, and I'm an advocate. That's how it goes.
Would it then make it more difficult if she had lent it to someone?
Is that someone still alive or alive unalive, like one of you guys unalive?
Was a
No.
kindred, is now dead.
Fuck. A little bit harder. She wasn't then the one who owned it and there was a debt left unpaid. And she's not actually dead, so it's not like she's going to be waiting in the underworld to find out what happened to her box set. No, that's not going to be very helpful anymore. It has to be something that belongs to her, like, explicitly. I mean, we can try without, but I just want to let you know that ceremony gets hella fucking dangerous, and I will have to pay a lot of debts out to ghosts. Well, shades that aren't ghosts. I should probably explain that one.
You guys realize that every time you speak a new sentence, there's some other word that you introduce.
Oh, you are so cute.
Better be getting used to it, man.
Jenkins kind of scowls down and shoots a pull shot and gets some points.
You're 3 days old, you've just found out that you can't eat regular food, and you've met a werewolf and a geist. Consider yourself fortunate. I was a ghoul for 2 years, and it was, well, rather, it was interesting, but I didn't get to meet quite as many interesting people.
No, be careful. They say may you live in interesting times as a curse.
Well, the word
That's
interesting
apocryphal.
definitely applies here.
Okay.
And, alright.
I just wish I had an inkling of a hell of what was going on around here.
Very simple. Our kindred friend who had her eye gouged out and replaced with magical hoodoo, which gave her the ability to see ghosts, has now gone to the land of the dead, and we need to bring her back.
Yep.
All right,
Sounds about right.
just seems like I'm gonna have to go along with it for now.
I
It
mean,
ain't
if
safe,
helps,
just so you're warned.
if it helps, we taught her about graveyards.
So you're thinking she picked one to go?
Think so.
I heard there was some unrest going down. I was originally checking out Parkview right before now, so might well be I'll have to go back there again.
Could be Parkview, man. I mean, what? When's the last time Parkview was used, Clarence? 80 years ago.
Does seem odd that there would be some up-ins at least. And if she happens to be some kind of vampire who can see spirits and shit, I can imagine visiting an ancient abandoned cemetery is probably going to actually kick him up a bit. Unless you know any
Not
of
really.
your folks have been around there, New Blood.
Nah, not me. Not Clarence.
Alright.
I mean, you're in touch with your people, but
You
We
know I
don't know
don't
much
operate
about
with a
that.
crew yet. I guess I could make a couple of calls and find out if anyone's been down there as well, but then if I want to get that information, it starts costing me. So you can see I'm trying to be a bit of a cheapskate here. And these guys can't exactly pay in plasm, can they? Unless you
I don't know,
can.
looks
Any of you guys able to produce plasm?
it's like I can pay in Benjamins, you know what I'm saying?
Well, they do go a long way. Alright, how much you got in money? Let's see.
What precisely is plasm?
You guys use blood for your powers, right, Vitae? Geist use plasm for their powers, but plasm's also a currency. It's like directly tied to how kind of strong we can get and how much things we can do, and our safety and our ability to heal and not die, that kind of thing. Suffice to say, when we go to the underworld, those Benjamins would be great for paying up front right now, but it's going to be my plasma that's paying all the doors when we get down to the mad side.
So if you have to pay the debt, I have something of an idea.
No. Just so you're aware, plasma ain't anything physical. If you're thinking of trying to blood me up, then I recommend not trying. I don't know what happens when we get all blood weighted, but it's probably not a good one.
As a general rule, man, I say don't even touch vampire blood.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, heck, there was that other fucking person I saw. They went all crazy on it and then got hit by a car. That sucked.
But if you pay the debt with plasma, then if you could some way release some of the debt from some torment they're trapped in, they could pay you in that. Yes.
If you can get ghosts to pay out in plasma to me, then, I mean, that's totally a way to do it. They might ask you to do some work. Admittedly, they'll ask you to do it up here in Meat Space. If you're willing to take on debts so I get reimbursed the plasma I put in, then I'll just take upfront money and not worry.
I guess these are the mystical kinds of debts where you have to do dark and dangerous things.
Depends. Once I opened an Avernian gate to the underside, found someone who just wanted their teddy bear found, and, you know, as you might expect, Bloody Mary was all about finding that kid's teddy bear.
Can it be that? I can find a teddy bear. It doesn't have to be magical rituals or blood sacrifices, right?
That's if she stayed in upper side. I mean, there is also, like, heck of violent stuff, and if it's a vampire, you know, willing to do debts, then they might offer something a little bit more specific. I've only been here in San Posado for a little while, and I've been pretty much awash in shit to do, and I haven't really dared doing anything in the underworld on this end because I'm pretty sure it's going to be real busy.
Shit, man, yeah. Dead people all the time. Gang violence, vampires,
Yep.
werewolves. I mean, people fucking kick it, man.
The occasional vampire gang violence.
Shit, man, I don't even go to the west side.
Excuse
Fuck those
me,
motorcycle fucks.
just a moment. And Tim's gonna step outside and pull out his phone.
Hmm.
And then call Benedict.
Benedict, come in my bands.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Benedict picks up. You can hear, like, the dull background murmur of people talking in the Elysium.
Ben, are you at home?
He'll give you the affirmative.
Can you head to my chambers? The black lockbox. Bring that. Could you bring that to me, would you?
Mers, there's that sound. Was your mobile phone near your mic just then?
Yes, I just put it down.
Yeah, it just started doing that special chirp, and I'm like, that's someone's phone.
Made me think Kanathis was in here for a moment.
Nah.
Could you hear what I said, though?
Yeah.
Yes, black box. Yeah, I'll go in there and fetch it for you.
I'm at Jackson's pool. You don't have to bring it yourself. You can have one of the Elysian ghouls do it if they're available. And one more thing. Zaya's vehicle, that's still in the lockup, yes?
He doesn't know offhand, but he can certainly go check. Unless there's a reason for it not to be there anymore. It should be, but he's not seen it.
Let's go and check.
Or you can hear the clop of nice shoes on a smooth stone floor. And on checking, he'll find it. Yeah. He says that it's been the doors of it have been taped up, and there's a notice on the back of it.
Taped up. Never mind then. Just a lockbox. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, I was happy to do it. Yeah, what would be in this lockbox then?
3 ribbons made of human souls.
As soon as Timothy told him to go get it, I was like, I know what's going on in this thread.
Yeah. Alright. I guess I will have to check a thing then and see what Geists might notice about that, because it's more along the line of a fetish, but if it's a whole bunch of bound trap souls, then she might not enjoy this. Let's see.
Yeah, it might be more of like a guy's thing than a fetish thing.
Hmm.
To be fair, we didn't
well-
enjoy it either.
This is true. While you check, I'm going to be right back.
Let's see here. This isn't going to go well. Because I'm the advocate version of a Geist whenever I'm presented with, you know, the dead with an unjust cause who are willing to pay to have their wrongs put right. She generally has to listen to each person, and so now she's going to have to hear a lot of people all ask at once, screaming for vengeance.
To be fair, we already did kill the persons that did that to them. We killed them good.
Oh sure, they're still trapped. They still have they'll have a lot of things to
But-
say, whether it's pertinent or not.
If you kill the slaver and take the slaves, I don't think the slaves
Yeah.
are going to be like, okay, you killed this person who enslaved me.
We had no idea how to get them out of there, and we didn't use them.
I know, she doesn't know that. She is not going to know how to react. Wow.
This could be both really great and really bad.
It's going to be both. This is not going to go well.
Oh well. There's nothing I can do about it, though. He stepped out of the room. I have no idea what's going on.
Yep.
Scout really likes it when it's both.
Yes, I do. But yeah. I know how to open an Avernian gate. I've got 1 dot of the ceremony's merit, and I'm pretty sure opening an Avernian gate is just a psychoplasm.
Actually, we're looking for the only person who might have known what to do with those ribbons.
True.
Rose doesn't know shit.
Rose wouldn't know.
Yeah,
No,
but
no.
she- Yeah, but she has like the eyeball thing, so she could at least see what's going on. We have no idea what these things are. Barely
Are we
know what
go-
these things are.
She
Are we
sees
going to use them as
ghosts.
save files?
What?
Are we going to use them as save files?
I don't get the reference, I'm afraid.
Damn it! Resident Evil.
Oh, right,
Ink
okay.
ribbons.
What?
Ribbons. You know, these are far less pleasant. They are ribbons used like whips, and they are created by trapping a fucking unearthly quantity of tortured souls.
Why are they called ribbons then?
Because they look like ribbons.
But they're like whips instead.
These ones hadn't actually been made into, hadn't been like rolled up into webs.
Yeah,
As
these
far
ones
as I
were
was aware.
these ones were still bundled, sort of like you would have just like craft bundles. But the last time they met one of them, it was a whole twined set of them was made into a whip. Presumably, those three ribbons could be made into them.
It's fine, guys. It's gonna be great. We're gonna go to the Sin Eater who talks and advocates ghosts, and then without explaining anything, just spring on her a box of hundreds and hundreds of bound screaming ghosts. It's fine. She isn't going to die of a Booker nosebleed or anything. Everything's fine.
This sounds completely the opposite of find. I just
Yeah.
want to throw that out there.
Everything is fine.
So eventually, an Elysium Ghoul's gonna turn up, I suppose.
It sounds like
Oops.
everything is going to not be fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, old man. Calm down.
Tim would have
Don't give me my pudding.
Tim would have stayed outside to wait, and then when the ghoul arrives, he'll unlock the lockbox, remove 1 ribbon, lock it again, and send the ghoul back home.
Yep. When that ribbon comes out of a lockbox, like she's not there to see this thing, and everyone inside just suddenly sees Tanya like blink a few times and cock her head like she's just heard something strange. What the fuck?
What? You hear something?
I thought. I'm probably imagining things. I'm just edgy because I'm thinking about the underworld or something.
No. I almost want to ask how you guys even found out about places like the underworld.
That's way deep in history, my man.
Probably by accident the first time.
Oh yeah, totally.
Hell, I thought I was told I was a part of history until 3 days ago. 2 days ago.
You're so
Now.
cute and young. Like seriously, I can't express it. I know that you look old. This is probably super annoying to you, but I hear a ghost that squeeze, like at little young vampires, and like you're one of the youngest little souls. You're a little newborn thing. She
I'm
thinks
old
you're
enough to be your
adorable.
grandfather.
It doesn't matter. I see a soul and it looks adorable and young, like a little babby wrapped up in a corpse cocoon.
A vampire. That didn't have a soul.
I have a soul.
Vampires have souls. They simply become incredibly murky.
Yeah, you guys totally have souls.
The rules are weird, these times are weird, and being treated like I'm a young man is weird. Everything's weird.
The soul is a matter of fate. There is a question of whether even humans have souls, or even if souls exist.
From what I've read, mages barter with human souls, and that's what diablerie is: drinking someone and drinking another vampire until you consume their very soul.
Yeah. I met a vampire
Which-
who drank a soul once, and a whole crew had to be assigned to destroy them.
And
It
if
wasn't
so,
here in
what
San P. Don't worry, you guys.
They're incredibly uncomfortable to look at with aspects.
Do you think that's uncomfortable? Shit. And then at that moment, does Timothy walk in with a ribbon?
Just-
What's
It's like
uncomfortable?
waving it above his head like a May Day celebration.
What's uncomfortable is how much you guys suck at pool. At least this old man's got one thing over you.
Tim will walk in. He's not waving it over his head, it's in his pocket.
Okay. Yeah, she's like, I mean, you don't know painful. You should try looking at. And then she will fall to the ground screaming and holding her ears.
Well, I don't know what she was gonna say to finish that, but old man Jenkins will get down and try to help her. What's wrong, girl?
Let's see here. What would be a test for, like, not going insane?
not going insane. Resolve and composure.
Sure.
I would say resolve and will.
Will isn't a thing.
Will
No,
doesn't
yeah.
exist.
I thought that was totally a thing.
You have willpower, which is the sum total of your resolve and composure.
Alright, I've
You
got
don't really add will to anything. You can spend willpower on things.
a couple of dots of death touched as my merit. Spend some plasma to help resist an interaction with death. Will the merit give me 9 again, or just +2 mod? Third.
Death touch.
Yep, I'm death touched. I'm gonna invest some plasma to resist this.
Or the act dice, I think.
After being startled and nearly throwing her book into the ceiling fan, I'm going to uncanny perception to see what the hell's wrong with her. Now, my question is, when I look at her, aspects you look at someone's soul. Now, I know I wouldn't be able to see the guys, but do I see anything weird about her soul?
You see, like, a soul that is probably tied up in strands of something you can't see. You get the idea that they're tied up, but it just looks like a soul. Probably looks very strange.
Weird.
Like a non-thing that you're looking at.
All right, since you rolled first, you can do your thing.
Yeah, sure. Tanya will get herself together and she'll plug her fingers in her ears and be shouting very, very loudly, like she's trying to be heard over like an air raid siren or some shit. What is it you've got there? What the fuck? Ow!
Jesus, lady, we're right here.
She will look exceptionally horrified in Tim's direction.
Oh wow, I forgot I have acute senses. Mop,
Jenkins will turn
mop.
over.
Clarence, both Clarence and New Blood seem to go on edge. Clarence puts a hand at his hip, and you guys can see New Blood's hand form into a set of claws, and they seem to be, very interested in, like, what the fuck's going on? What are you doing to her?
I brought souls that an evil bastard trapped. And
What's
what
he saying?
she
I
might
can't hear
be-
him!
I think she's saying something about evil souls.
Hang on. So I'm gonna like get up and take out a notebook and just start writing down.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry to interrupt this, but she also quite literally interrupts Timothy mid-speech, like, I can't hear what he's saying!
And like on the piece of paper, I'm gonna write. Yeah, I'm just going to give like Tim a very exasperated look. Like, you could have told her what you were doing before you brought it in. Someone connected to ghosts and stuff like that might not react well to. Well, she's not reacting well to bringing out that 1,000-bound screaming souls. She's gonna say that while scribbling down in one of her notebooks. And on the notebook, it'll like a brief explanation. We were hunting traitor vampires, and they had used blood magic of some sort to bind souls. We killed them all, but we weren't able to figure out what to do. And we'll like hold it up.
Are you writing all this down? And
Yeah,
She's an academic.
I have like notebooks and stuff like on
Yeah,
my
it's just
person at
that's
all
gonna
times.
take a bit of time to write down.
yeah, so
I know, I'm
As
just saying.
she's watching and like leaning over her shoulder, and you can actually see her eyes growing bloodshot in real time.
Clarence will lean towards Tim and say, "You might want to remove yourself from this equation for the time being."
Yes, we didn't realize she'd be this sensitive. She said the last one. Tim will step outside.
If he'd walked out with all three, I was gonna be like, Tanya's eardrums burst, and she looks at you shocked.
So what exactly was that all about?
Bop.
I'm still going to be writing down on the thing, and I'll just explain while I'm scribbling down. The firebrands were dealing with blood magic and diablerie. One of the things they managed to do was trap a bunch of human souls into something that they made into a weapon. It looks like ribbons. We recovered them, but were unable to figure out how to release the souls within.
That sounds incredibly unethical.
It is, so we killed them all.
Can't say I have any complaints there.
Well,
So-
tell him to burn it and let him out.
Just like turn around the page and like hold it up because I assume Tanya still can't hear.
Yeah, she's like peering over your shoulder as you write it, and then we'll stand straight and look at it again, and indeed shout, "Tell him to burn them." That is awful. I've never heard a worse noise ever in my life, ever.
Just scribble down. Are you sure that will release them?
Fuck, I don't know, it's very loud.
I say we don't do anything we don't know about to the apparently tortured and entrapped souls.
Fuck, it's not getting any worse for them.
What about getting worse for us, though?
So wait, man. It's like they're bound in an object, like a fetish.
Kind of like a fetish, yes. We asked Kara about it. She wasn't able to tell us much.
Yep. After mopping a few more times and trying to pop her eardrums, eventually, Tanya will speak again. But in a relatively normal speaking voice. Ow!
I mean, that's the thing, man. Fetishes just use spirits. Spirits can inhabit objects. That's kind of what they do. Ghosts, like human souls, they don't do that. That shit ain't natural, man.
That's
Yeah.
super bad, nasty voodoo. Not even geists can do that kind of thing.
What exactly about any of us is natural? I gotta ask.
You're still souls. You
Hey,
still
man.
exist.
I am the pinnacle of what is natural, man.
You do shit in the woods.
Does he literally?
One time, man. One time. When you're out camping, you gotta do as the bears do.
Shit, I shat in trenches.
I mean, sure. Just look up and down. Which war?
The second. What? Oh, right. That's right. Vampires could be around for a while.
No, I know that you're a little itty bitty babby, but also I don't know much about war. And she'll shrug.
Actually, think of fun alongside any vampires in the human war.
Did you ever have a commander or a fellow who would disappear during the day and only fight with you during the night? And no matter how much they got hurt, they seemed to keep going?
Yes, actually.
Then, likely, the battleground is a source of almost endless amounts of blood.
That's a creepy thought.
I think one or two bloodlines actually arose during World War II, like specifically from
Yeah.
found
Oh, I
that.
thought it was World War One though. Well, I remember reading one of the books, and it was one of the Great Wars that Bloodline split off from.
Yeah.
I'm sure
What is Tim?
bloodlines spawned in both, but
I bet the Germans were vampires. I bet the Nazis were
yeah,
vampires.
I mean, there were some.
Caporetti spawned in
Yeah,
World War
like
I.
the asylum ones. Yeah, the craziest.
Now, the Nazis were clearly Seers of the Throne. Come on.
They were the ones who like inhabit like asylums and shit and get off on tortured souls getting withered and shit. That's like Doctor Death territory.
There were probably, in all reality, there were probably a whole bunch of different supernatural types, and all thought that they were manipulating things behind the
Man,
curtains.
look at
And
these fools.
they could all be considered right.
We're the real masterminds. Said every one of them.
Caporetti and Brothers Weekray.
Yeah.
So
Tanya will do her best to describe the sensation of she can't figure out how many it is because it's so loud. Like out of character, it's in the realm of thousands, but you reach a point where 500 people screaming the same thing at the same time is the same as 1,000 people screaming it. It's incomprehensibly loud and nearly breaks her eardrums, and they're all just screaming constantly in pain. In fact, like they're just always on fire.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
So
literally just
you were-
imagine the screams of people who are dying while they're on fire, and then put 500 of them all in one single place. That's how she describes that.
you were the closest thing we have to an expert. We had meant to undo whatever blood sorcery this was, but weren't able to figure it out. Is it really as simply as just burning them?
You know what? I'll do her a test. Let's see here. Occult.
Do her test, and you'll get a nat 1.
Intelligence. And
Or get all nat ones and take a dramatic failure.
Yeah, and I'll have to give myself a negative modifier. Let's see here.
Yeah, burn it. It'll totally be fine.
Negative.
Release the spirits of the damned on ourselves. The game is over.
Yeah, no. Sure. Honestly, I don't know.
Destroying such a thing would probably plunge the entire area into, I don't know.
I mean, if you can find a way
The
to make
entire
it,
area would be subsumed in death.
yeah,
Create something like a spiritual black hole.
I would hope not. I mean, that thing is already like dense with screaming suffering. If you can get him to like, I don't know, put it in a something so it's not deafening me, we could probably take it with us to the underworld and I'll ask a ghost.
I believe there is a container sealed with some sigils that my order knows of.
Are ghosts usually known for their honesty?
That'll give you an odd look from Tanya.
That was a genuine question.
Yeah, no,
I'm
yeah.
newy here.
Well, okay, they don't need
This is sounding like a no.
Oh, okay. So a lot of them have no reasons to lie, and those are the ones who you can generally trust to tell you the truth. And then there are the ones who have to lie, and they will be very good at it. As long as you know which one you're dealing with, you're okay.
If you don't, everything is screwed.
I guess. I mean, I suppose that's the reality of real life as well. You guys are all capable of lying, whether you need to or not. Admittedly, there are some people who, even when they don't need to lie, will still do so. Ghosts don't do that at the very least. Not any that I've met, at least. Or if they did, then I didn't know. Ow, seriously, that sucked.
Suppose then we need to go about fixing it.
Yep. Tanya will preemptively plug her fingers in her ears and ask if someone will go to Timothy and see if he's got a way to seal that thing, to bind it for now, to take with them to the underworld.
I'll go. And I'll just go outside. Timothy,
Claire.
the ribbon seems to have caused our new Geist friend some quite amount of pain. Do you have the sigil sealed box with you?
I already sent it back to Elysium. It will be but a matter of minutes to have the ghoul turned around.
Yes, we shall need that. If we were to try to break it here, we could, well, loosing however many souls are bound in there in one moment in one spot on the material plane, probably not the best idea. But our friend who can travel to the underworld said that she can take it and ask a ghost down there.
Well, and she may be able to free all of them at once.
Indeed. But for the moment, it causes her no small amount of pain, so we should seal it away.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Bing, 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 bong.
Just got a message.
Tanya
What's your message?
Yeah.
So popular.
I think Claire's familiar enough with Timothy at this point to be able to tell he's actually quite angry.
Blah, blah, blah.
Didn't do what you expected then.
I was lied to. Should have expected the lie, but thought she had lost her spirit. Apparently not yet.
The echoes of the one you ate.
Yes.
Well, at least there's no lasting damage we know of. Though, to be fair, my ears are still ringing. You want tinnitus? That's how you get tinnitus.
Yes, right now, like when both the vampires leave the room, she will look towards New Blood, and the two Clarences, like, rubbing at her ears. That sucked. Do any of you guys have, like, earplugs for shooting guns and stuff?
Hey, I have acute senses. That was nearly as bad for me as well.
That was only one person shouting.
Ow.
Clarence will actually bring out some earplugs and go, "Here you go, kid."
Oh, nice.
They're waxy and kind of hairy.
He's got
That's a
some
joke.
freshly bought.
Oh, you have, like, the little popper packet of them.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, she will pocket those with a thanks. Yes, I've been asked in chat to run a werewolf game. Yeah, no, I'm afraid that I run or play in a D&D game every single day of the week of various types of game. I do not have a place to run werewolf.
Sometime after RoseQuest, Third D is going to be split up into my D&D, Pathfinder, and World of Darkness.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
that
going
should
to
be
the
fun.
every 2 weeks system. And
Every
flip
other
between two
week,
as
yeah.
well. Yeah, it's
that's
a
when
good
we're
system.
gonna be Yeah, that's when we're gonna be doing the Innocence one.
Right.
Yeah.
Start off as kids and then go into the modern day.
I even got my character mostly built. It's been fun.
The one
yeah.
where nobody knows what other supernatural entity the others are.
Shit, I want to do that one.
You're welcome.
Yeah. We have the schedule's so full up that I have to put off 3 different games for about a year until my games end, and then well, not end, but you know what I mean. Until I can take a small break to do either Space Hulk,
Hulk Coast to Coast.
I was
Chronos
gonna make that
Crusade, or Radio Nowhere. Alright.
Space Hulk.
So I guess we're gonna wait for the ghoul to come back and throw that ribbon in there.
Yep.
Alright.
The ghoul probably looks a little bit miffed at getting the run around.
Eventually, New Blood and Clarence will relax. New Blood's hand goes back to normal. Clarence takes his hand off his hip.
Yeah, Tanya will give them both a thankful pat on the back each. It's fine, they didn't know, I assume.
Lots of harm can come from not knowing what you're dealing with.
True, but if I don't know what I'm looking at, they sure as shit don't.
Shit, then I'm the most dangerous one here.
I think I heard about those things. Parthians were trying to experiment.
Should snap her fingers idly.
Doesn't seem like
Weren't
they're...
they moving drugs? I thought they were moving drugs for the Russians and the Yakuza.
That's just about every vampire.
Oh, okay. Which one's doing Triad? They're like right by the graveyard.
I mean,
Triads, that tends to be... I think I know an Ordo guy in them.
Right.
I don't think any particular one controls them in the city.
nah, clearly they're all Kuei Jin, right?
This ain't old world of dark, motherfucker.
I think you guys would know. You already have noticed if you had the Chinese vampires going around San Pasado.
Yeah, I don't like the Kuei Jin.
You also have to deal with the Henge Yokai.
Yeah,
Fucking-
which is basically Japanese
Just-
for
yeah.
like were creatures.
Mhm.
Were sharks, everybody.
Look
The
out.
were sharks are fucking best.
They are dope as fuck.
They just don't give a shit
They really
about
don't.
anything. They are almost entirely born of sharks, so they don't give a shit about humanity or what
Yeah.
any of humanity's like customs. They just walk out of the fucking water naked, tear up some people in the middle of the street.
I was bored. They looked like food. I didn't really feel hungry. They looked like food, so I hit them because I could. Bye.
And you combine that not giving a shit with eco-terrorism, the game, which was Old World of Darkness Werewolf, and
Yeah.
Friggin' Rokea, man, not even once.
my favorite were the Mokale though.
A delicious espresso mocha layer.
Don't say delicious.
Uh,
I'm hungry.
They were designed to be Gaia's memory, so they remember shit from way back when. They aren't just where crocodiles, where alligators. They're fucking where dinosaurs and where dragons.
Yep.
You can't
They're
just
the
put where in
fucking
front of
best.
some. You can't just put where in front of something and make it a thing.
You
Oh,
can.
yeah, World of Darkness did that. They did that
Yeah.
all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
You're not allowed to do that. Damn it.
To be fair, they didn't go for like the dumb wares like were rabbit and stuff like that. They went for predators.
Yeah.
You had to be a primordial beast to be an old school.
Yeah. And
Give me-
what is more primordial? What is the,
Give me a were rabbit. I want my cute bunny
what
girl.
strikes fear into the hearts of people more than fucking dragons and dinosaurs?
The were
Not
badger.
being able to fuck a rabbit girl.
Weirgoose. Weirgoose will fuck you up. Can you hear
Oh,
it? Honks at
God.
night.
Where
Fuck weird
pigeons?
geese.
That was not something I wanted to come back to. guys.
Where bats? Where bats are fantastic.
You came back to where goose?
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah, there's the mighty werewolf warrior dances with geese. You don't trust dances with geese; he'll fuck you up. Moment's notice.
Shumani Tatanka geese at you.
She'll want me to talk to geese.
I
Yeah.
want to ask. I can be an asshole
Uh-huh.
and leave a bit early.
Why?
And leave what early?
Like, leave the game a bit early because I just realized it is July 3rd, and me being in fucking Texas, most of my stores are going to be closed down tomorrow, and I have no food, so I need to go do shopping now.
If you need to go get some food,
Yeah.
feel free.
If you need to do it, you need to do it.
Yeah, I just didn't. Are we going to be going? We're not. Are we going to be attempting to go to the underworld like this session, or are we going to have to like prepare and research?
I think we have to find out where she went into the
Yeah, you
underworld
guys have-
from.
No idea where she went in from.
Yeah,
Where
that
she
has
is.
to be figured out first. But actually going to the underworld is easy. It's a ritual that I have training in. I just open a Navernian gate in a graveyard and off we go.
All right. Listen here. I have no idea what's going on, and I'm gonna need to figure out exactly what is. So I think I'm gonna go head down to the Elysium, try to figure out who can tell me all the things I need to know, and I'll come back to you guys once you figure out where exactly Rose is.
Aw. Good luck finding your senpai then.
My what?
Teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Thumbs up. It then strikes everyone who is aware. This child is a nerd.
Jenkins will
What theater did Jenkins fight in?
Jenkins will take one more shot, then he'll walk out the door.
Shot?
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
okay, I get you.
Shot a pool. All right. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go get me some food.
Yep, good luck.
Daggers,
Take
see ya.
care.
Why?
Alright, guys. Let's see here. Yeah, when does Tim walk around just with the box then?
For now, I guess so.
Yep. She'll eye that box warily and then like keep rubbing her ears. It's like a sound I still can't quite hear but know is there. And she'll squint and look up at Timothy. How much is in there?
3 of those.
She shivers and rubs her arms off a bunch. Oh, that's awful. I'm sorry for screaming, but that's some super nasty hoodoo right there. And I don't know who could have done it. That ain't Geist work, that's for sure. They'd have gone deaf trying to do it, frankly. Please don't ever open that box without warning me first. Got myself a little earplugs. Thanks to the old guy. But like, my eardrums will actually explode.
The only thing we know is that, oh wait, no, never mind. For a minute I was like, oh yeah, they were working with the mage. No, that was the hunters who were working with the mage where we found those sigils. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
They
But
were
there
working
there
by
are
themselves.
mages for hire, so for all you know they did, but that would be totally positive information. And it's unlikely they would help
Were-
vampires diablerize shit.
As far as you know, the Carthians are working by themselves, although it's really not Carthian.
Yeah.
You know, that is not what Parthians do.
Yeah, no, it was definitely an off-brand. I mean, it was partially the Carthian ideal of wanting to just like free up the reliance on blood, and that would make some moves as far as government is concerned. But at the same time, it sort of got away from them and just became crazy blood sorcery for a reason that is still yet undisclosed.
Yeah, honestly, both of those things are very Ordo. Like trying to free the requirements of the blood, that is 100% Ordo.
Trying to transcend the vampire condition.
Mm.
Carthians don't even do much blood sorcery.
Well, the people who do actual blood sorcery are the witches. They have
The
Kruak.
crone.
Yeah.
Now, blood sorcery is also Lankia Sanctum.
Yeah.
They wouldn't call it blood sorcery themselves, but
They'd
it's
call it the blessed.
blood sorcery.
They're the most bloodborne. The Lankiac Sanctum are like, we will fight the beast.
Yeah,
The blood.
they call it Theban sorcery.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no,
Still weird that they
Theban
call it
miracles. There we
sorcery,
go.
which is weird. 'cause
Theban
it's
miracles.
very,
There we go. They call them miracles.
but
I don't know. On my character sheet, it says Theban
it
sorcery.
is Theban sorcery. Yeah.
Yeah, but they in their thing they call it miracles.
I'll
It-
take that for it.
that is
Everyone's
more in line with like the Catholic ideology that
Hmm.
it's clearly based on. But yeah, it is called Theban sorcery.
Yeah. All right then.
Well-
So why don't you guys tell me more about this rose, and let's go check out a cemetery if you're willing to hop a train with me. And also, oh, you know what? Nearly forgotten all the excitement. Just turn around, rub the mitts together. Money. Money, money, money.
Ah, right. How would you prefer to be paid?
Cold hard cash. Anything I can fence. I have a couple of
Yeah,
I have a couple of people, and New Blood's got a couple of people who have people.
I assumed cold hard cash, but did you want 20s or hundreds?
Mm, I want $20,000.
Well, I meant as in like bill form. Did you want them in 20s or hundreds?
That's a lot of 20s to hack around. Let's go with hundreds, and I'll make do.
And you desire
Should go half
20
and half,
grand for
man.
this task?
You're right. I should
20s
go
are
half
easier
and
to move than hundreds.
That's true. Yeah, right. Half and half. What's that? Sorry, there, miss.
Merzendi said she'd be back in a second. Oh no, wait, never mind.
I
That's
am
one.
back.
Yeah, yeah.
Hang on, I forgot to look at the timestamp.
Yeah. Yeah. Half and half would work way better. 20k. And 2k for Clarence and New Blood as well for finder's fee.
That's already been covered, hasn't it, New Blood?
She'll peek over at New Blood. What did he get you?
He rubs the back of his neck. I mean, I have to go, check it out, man. See if it's legit.
And Clarence can request funds directly from the order.
I'm sure. Is that true, Clarence?
Technically, I could ask for a loan.
In
The order isn't paying me though, or
She'll
this here.
thumb at Tim. He says you can just ask him for cash. Are you a big shot there, sir?
Yes, and Clarence, or who?
She was pointing at Timothy and asking if Timothy is a big shot and like able to be like, Clarence can just ask them for money for free.
Hmm. Not sure why you're pointing at me when Claire was saying about the order.
It was Claire that said.
Oh, right,
"Please
sorry.
request funds from the order."
My bad. Yeah, I'll point it at Claire then. Able to make that happen? I don't know. I would like them to get paid good and fair. It looks like you gave these two promises and nothing solid.
all right, I'm just going to. I can hang on. I will tell Antoinette that he aided us and he can get his reward from her.
Hmm.
Who is Antoinette?
Not the Primogen and my sire.
She has the money.
There's $20,000, was it, or 2,000?
2,000 each for those two.
2,000 is not an insignificant amount of money. She will want to report.
Well, yeah, but Claire has a bunch of ranks in the order, so it. When she says that, yeah, pay this guy, and she like every time we do stuff, I do like long reports. I talk to Scout about.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just completely in character. Just, oh yeah, I need this. Also, here's the huge report on all the weaknesses I know of this, what I did, stuff like that.
It is true. Claire is studious about making her reports and would do it. This is more like just 10-year asking character. Like, you got any proof that they'll get their money if they go asking at the Elysium for you?
I am in good standing with the Order Dracul. He's a member of the Order Dracul. If I tell him he'll get his money, he'll get his money.
Krauts and Chuck. Alright, and assuming you can sort me out 20k, then we got no problem. We can go dig in all the graveyards you want. I charge more because I've been trying to avoid going into San Posado's underworld, but apparently Mary likes you guys, and likes this whoever the fuck we're finding.
While the Order can foot his bill, I assume that alright. I assume that the First Estate and the Order can come to some arrangement for transporting us to the underworld. If you'll give us a moment.
Yeah, sure. Make your calls, whatever. I mean, I'm the one getting you guys there, so I would appreciate money up front because, I would like to be able to enjoy it for at least a night before we go under.
Alright. Claire will pull Tim aside.
Jackson, why don't you ever sell alcohol?
$5 for a bottle of beer.
Just rummage around and slide over a 5.
He'll pull a beer out of a small mini fridge under the bar.
Thank you. And she will grow
Did
a
you get it
clawed
from
fingertip. Oh no, didn't get it from who? And she'll grow a clawed fingertip and pop the top off. And it shrinks away again.
Claire, on my own authority, I can get enough to pay that finder's fee. But 20,000. If I ask for that, the bartender will be expecting Rose to be joining the First Estate immediately. And you know she wouldn't consent to that.
I know who might give you 20k.
Well, so do I. It's just that Claire doesn't like asking her for stuff like that.
Oh no, I was talking about the
I
crones.
know somebody else.
The crones.
I know
Yeah,
somebody
but-
else who would give you that.
Yeah, but I don't know any of the crones, so.
Unfortunately, the person who was hired by the crones had to step away to get food. So,
Yep.
The crones have done their work. Maybe.
Anyways.
Just lean over her shoulder. What do you think? You think you're gonna flake out on me?
I don't know. I mean, it's got that nice suit, but kind of cheap.
You think he's playing empty game, huh?
It's hard to tell. I mean, vampires can be so weird. No offense, buddy.
Yeah.
Nudges Clarence in the rib. But me, you're kind of weird too, so yeah.
For all I know, you got buried in that suit.
no, vampires do change their clothes. That's something they can just do well. No, I am saying I have a resources for suit because it's known I'm the bartender's man.
Yeah.
I have to look the part of her man. that means not wearing a cheap suit.
Yeah. I mean, you could
Yeah.
kill a whole point of your resources permanently.
I don't say permanently, but I mean, Scout is the ultimate.
Well, it would be for an extended period of time, and work would essentially restore your resources to the point they were at before hemorrhaging.
It would probably, I would rule it as like this chapter and the next, like this storyline and the next one. It's down.
Sure, we could put it on like a status effect, I suppose.
Because otherwise, like the sanctity of merits thing comes into play.
Hmm.
And if you would lose a point of a merit, you can put a point into another merit.
The thing is, I have this resources as a part of my mental merit. It's
Yeah,
not
they're
an
kind of
internal
hand in
merit.
hand.
gotta
Of
add.
course, yours aren't spendable, right? Because I was going to say, like, that would be it. You would take away those points of resources to gain the resource ally Tanya.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah,
That would be how that would.
that is actually what I'm kind of describing.
Yeah.
But the way I would be doing that would be like
Yeah, you have to try and spend the merits
indefinitely
over.
indefinitely
Your
reducing my
mentors.
worth in the eyes of the bartender.
Yeah,
That's
that is far too deep of an ask. Let's see here. Tanya will pause when they're all like looking and wondering, and she'll be like, I suppose. Wait, hey, I know that Claire happens to have spendable resource points.
There's also, other vampires who are willing to, loan money. You met one the other session.
Yeah.
Me remembering any session where I had like a bottle of rum.
That was Tim that met her, but
yeah, well, I remember her mostly for the devotions stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who are we talking about?
Belle.
Madison.
Belle Chambers was a notary.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, only one of them got put on the associates thing.
Oh,
so-
Madison has her own NPC page.
Don't PC page though.
That's right. That one is not visible. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see
And
here.
it shouldn't be because that includes like other stuff.
Yeah, it does have other stuff in it. That I could make it visible, but then move everything at other bits to GM notes. But I've been using GM notes to track her progress with other stuff.
The only thing under NPC is Catherine Bowman.
Yeah, no, that's fine. The other ones aren't visible. There's one that amuses me, and I will turn it on and set it so that this Aunt Man is in there. It's a blank sheep, but Aunt Man exists.
I will make up Aunt Man at some point.
Yep.
That's fucking Rose's partner in crime in the future.
But yes, Madison provides blood, devotion, teaching. She can do another thing, not for you guys. She can do a thing, not for you guys, and she can make temporary magical weapons. She would also be the one to go to if you wanted to owe a favor for cash.
Yeah. She will. She is capable of handing out loans.
Dare you go to her, Timothy? Otherwise, Tanya can set you up with one, but it would be one that I would be inventing, and it might be far more costly than whatever Lily's got in mind.
There is, however, Claire always the option of a loan.
Hmm. I rather dislike being indebted. Um, if you take half, then I shall take half.
Equitable, yes.
What do you say, Lily? Shall I give Madison a merit that says favoured Timothy, favoured Claire, and put a dot in each of them?
What? I'm not taking anything from her.
Oh, you mean you're just going to be paying half out of your resources, and then Tim is going to Madison for the other half?
Yeah, how is this working?
Yeah, how are you mathsing it?
Well, not only do I have access to my resources, I have access to other ones. I just never ever use them because I don't like, my character doesn't like using them in it, like in character. All of Claire's basically handed over her financial stuff to Herrera because like Herrera's a lot better at that than her.
Sure. I mean, heck, if you really wanted to be cheeky, you could spend 2 dots of resources to buy Tanya as a 2-dot merit ally, and then also have Timothy owe you. And you can have a merit against Timothy.
Uh,
Favor.
I'm pretty sure Timothy is already basically going to do that independent study thing where that he's going to be like part of the very uh, what's it called? Not stringent. Come on. Oh, my brain. Like the Order Dracul is known for having a very strict hierarchy and stuff like that. So
Oh no, yeah, this is just we're sheerly there. We're speaking in just resources. You can spend them, and Timothy can owe you a dot's worth as well himself, and that could be repaid in any measure of favor. And it gives you a merit that you can literally use against a fellow player as a modifier on dice when you want to call it in.
all right, whatever.
I'm just saying that's another option as well. Because regardless, I think Mers is going to end up with Timothy indebted. It just depends on whether you want to spend more resources so it's to you, or if you want Timothy to be indebted to Madison.
I was just going to pay my half, but if Timothy wants me to do the whole thing, fine. I was just going to levy my true friend thing with incredibly wealthy waifu and my own 3 dots that are mine.
Yeah, it would spend a dot of your resources merit, so it would become resources would become 2 dots, and then you would gain a dot that says Ally Tanya.
All right, you're permanently taking away a dot from
To give you a different dot, yes. That's how merits work.
But how does that work when this is like income and stuff like that? This is just income I make and I have.
You're giving away a bunch of money, so you suddenly have less money. You can get you could eventually get rid of that.
Chapter or two,
Yeah.
you'll stop having ally Tanya, and you'll get that
your
back.
dot back.
All right.
Yeah, that is essentially
This
how that works.
is a temporary thing.
Yeah. Like, for the purpose of, for 2 chapters, in which Tanya is an ally you can call on, you have slightly less buying power because you just suddenly had to give her 20G. And the more resources dots you're willing to spend, the better of an ally she is.
Yeah, I only need her to do a task for me, so.
Alright.
I'll just
I-
spend them.
And I did basically say I would have to be taking a loan to cover my half.
Okay.
So it is up to Claire whether she wants to capitalize on that to, offer the loan in exchange for a favor, or expect me to find someone else.
No, Claire's just gonna sigh and just, I'll do this. I'll cover this. It's fine.
Sweet. You can have a 2-dot merit of Tanya, and I'm going to give you a free 1-dot in Timothy merit that you can leverage against him.
How do I take away dot? There we go.
You click the new dot bubble.
It's
I
2
just
dots
have
if
to
you're
click
doing
one
it solo. So click on just the very first dot there, and it should drop it down to 1. And then I will put in some merits for you.
All right, so you spend the time and come up with some liquid cash.
There you go. You can use that owed by Timothy merit against him whenever you want until Tanya's payment is gone. I did it! I did it, Lily! I'm not even GM technically, and I managed to give a player a weapon against another player. Yes! Timothy Lee will also need an Owings merit in there. It's in as a merit, but it's functionally going to be a negative to you.
Mm-hmm.
Goes to Claire, 1 dot. There you go.
All right. So, Claire spends the time, gets some liquid cash to pay Tanya.
Herrera seems surprised when Claire comes with money, like, you never use money. I'm impressed.
And of course, Stray is AFK.
Oh. So he is. I had the handouts thing open instead of the chat thing.
So is Tim going with Claire for this, or are you gonna stay at the pool hall?
I imagine it's probably going to be phone again. That's usually how Claire handles her interactions.
I'll be staying here either way.
New Blood invites you to play some pool with him then.
I never had a particularly good technique, but I can give it a shot.
So
Pool buns.
this is where he rolls a fucking exceptional success and smokes New Blood.
What do I? What's the roll I need to
Dexterity
make?
and composure.
It's
Your
pretty
success
good.
is not bad.
That's pretty
Versus, oh yeah, yeah. You beat him at a game pretty handily.
Ow, New Blood. You suck
See,
right
man? Ah. You play pool not to win, just to play pool, you know?
now. I like winning, though.
That's because you're competitive.
Very true. Welcome back, Stray. Hey, Stray, you get a, you know, when you're... How do you go to Herrera? Phone call or walk? Or, well, or go
This
to
is
her?
my money, not Herrera's.
Oh, this is just out of your resources. But didn't you say that she's doing all your bookkeeping for her? For you?
Well,
even?
yeah, she does the bookkeeping, but Herrera is like independently wealthy of Claire.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's more like when you go to like, I'm making this money happen. She'd be like, Claire, you're spending money.
Yes, to hire a Geist to go to the underworld to look for Rose.
You hear her make the visible effort to withdraw breath, pause, try to remember how to whistle again, and then whistle, impressed. You're going
I
to
know,
the
right?
underworld?
I might not be, but the Geist certainly is.
Oh my, if you do get to go, you must catalogue it. Very exciting.
What do you take me for?
Oh, I
We'll
know.
just waggle a leather-bound notebook.
Fair point. Yes, well, very exciting.
So, I would like you to mark down what I'm taking. Half of it's going to be in 20s and the other half in hundreds.
Yep. That's pretty good. She says it'll take about an hour to have a ghoul run down with your cash.
Alright, thank you very much. I will see you later tonight.
Excellent. Do be careful if you are going to the underworld. I hear it's not very safe.
Yes. I would much prefer to stay in our plane of existence, but I can't deny the temptation. Many things could be learned. Though down there, not being the apex predator kind of Oh well. I'll see you again. I'll see you later tonight.
Take care. And there's a
Bye
click.
bye.
You probably hear like the subtle squee of excited scholar in the background as the mobile is closing.
Hey, I might actually be able to check off that lost knowledge for who knows.
Yeah, I mean, Tanya will, in the meantime, whilst waiting for money to arrive, ask more about you guys. She studiously avoids anything politics based.
I guess Claire will introduce herself with her 2-sentence long title.
She'll blink slowly. And I'm Tanya. Just Tanya.
New blood.
And the quiet one's Clarence. As you heard.
Yeah,
I've known these guys now for, what, 4 months? Oh, that. You see, sadly, I can't really make them my crew with a capital K, but, you know, they've been good to me.
I mean, what's stopping you, man?
Like a whole bunch of rules.
What's the
Rules.
difference between having them as that and not having them as that?
An actual crew is like big capital K crew is more guys like me, and you're able to do things like joint rituals and shit. And generally, if you got more plasma amongst a whole bunch of people, I mean, imagine you guys just had extra powerful blood like hanging around. That's how your groups work, right? Really
It's like the
powerful old
difference
people.
between a pack and a capital P pack.
Yeah,
Like the difference between a
Ah.
coterie and a
We,
coterie and a covenant.
we can be a crew, a pack crew.
a crew. You know what? I like that. Or a crack.
Yeah, no wait, that one wouldn't work so much, man.
I mean, it's spelled with a yeah. I mean, it's spelled with a K.
Tell people we're a crack.
Oh, okay, that's probably not a good idea. I feel like Prue would still get a whole bunch of questions. But yeah, an actual capital K crew is like a group of equal equal grade geists with generally a leader who will pick shit for them to do. With maybe a goal or goals in mind. Maybe some opposed ones, but you know, as long as you behave amongst your crew, it doesn't matter. I haven't been a part of a crew in ages. I prefer drifting.
How old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
She
You look
glances.
too young to have drifted for long.
She peers at her beer bottle. 21.
Fair enough.
She shifty eyes. She is totally not 21 and she's not trying to hide it.
It should be noted out of character that geists years do age
Yes, they do indeed.
slightly more slowly.
Indeed. But it does also happen to be when you turn. And she became the Torn at age 6. And Bloody Mary picked her up because she was a kid.
Oh, and roll 20. Froze. Great.
Yeah,
Froze.
roll 20.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
Artifact.
Welcome back. But yeah, I mean, I'm not old, not like you guys. I would age slow, but I don't age. Well, I mean, you guys don't at all. So I guess compared to you guys, I basically look like I'm, you know, withering away right before your eyes or something. I guess.
Man,
But I've been
I
still
know
drifting
Clarence
for a long
here.
time.
Clarence here was around for the California Gold Rush, shit like that.
Yeah.
Neither Timothy or myself are that old of vampires. We're older than neophytes, at least. Fledglings, I mean.
Technically.
They're still really young.
But,
I know.
Well, man, Clarence, he found me like 15 years ago. Just turned into a werewolf, you know. Been together ever since.
That's pretty sweet.
It's good that you've been able to get along so well.
I mean, when I first got inducted into werewolf society, they asked me to kill him. I said,
How
fuck
rude.
that shit.
Fair enough.
The only
Bros,
interactions
man.
I've had with wolves have been rather pleasant, all said and done.
It just depends on who you talk to, man. Blood talents, fuck that, man.
And do you remember, Claire, at the time? We had a shared adversary.
Still, I rather liked my impression of Kara.
Yeah, Kara, she's Iron Masters. Pretty cool.
They're like the they're just like the city folks, right?
Yeah. I like technology and all that. Like people. Me, not so
Also,
much, you know? People are
there's
fine, they're just assholes, you know?
Yeah.
there was another werewolf that we found after the ancient one tore off that one erstwhile friends of ours' arms and beat him to death with them. He disappeared rather fast. Nerd guy, kind of so big, glasses, hangs around with drones.
Nah, man, I don't know.
You travel with interesting people.
One person we've had the pleasure of traveling with is a 6,000+ year old vampire who appears to be about 8 years old. 11. 8? 11? I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Huh. Now I
Clarence
wonder how
Stiffens.
Mary would feel about her.
I had been wondering the same ever since you mentioned about our Clarence.
Oh, right, about how old and stuff they are?
Yes, but he seemed physically old, but as a kindred young, since she is precisely the opposite.
I guess I would see her as an incredibly old and powerful person. I think Mary, I mean, she's still kindred, right? I mean, Mary would like her for that reason. And maybe because she was a kid when she was a kid, she's still cool with that too? I don't know. Honestly, I haven't had the chance to experiment. I don't actually try to spend massive amounts of time around the kindred because they ask me to do crazy shit.
Has
As a general
your
rule of thumb, I don't like to hang around the kindred that old either, man.
Hmm.
They're
ha-
playing games.
the dance macabre? Yes.
Macabre and a
I
cop.
don't know that dance, man. I'm not a good dancer.
It's not what Sydney said.
I mean, I could do the truffle shuffle. That doesn't count.
People still do that.
Oh yeah,
After enough alcohol, and many people will do many things.
he will whip off his shirt, grab his belly, and do the truffle shuffle.
An exceptionally childish giggling. And Tanya will finish her beer.
You notice he has a number of scars all along his like chest and back, and he'll put his shirt back on.
Man, I watched that movie the other night, fucking shit hammered. It was amazing. It was the first time I've seen the Goonies in like 7 years.
Yeah. Tanya will give the Scots a funny look and be like, mine are more impressive.
He shrugs.
Don't werewolves regenerate?
Usually,
Oh, did you get those before you got chomped on? Or however it is,
No,
what was
no.
happening again?
some
Werewolves
before.
just
Uh,
werewolves. Oops, sorry.
Silver also tends to scar.
Oh, someone hecked you up with silver? That's so mean.
I mean, a lot of the blood talents too. They specifically make wounds that scar, so they can be stories.
Ah. Take it that's why you think they're all massive, massive douchebags then.
Partly.
Fair enough.
Did you used to run with them?
They tried to recruit me when I first changed. I think they got the wrong impression.
They were the ones that asked you to kill Clarence.
Yeah. See, I don't mind telling you this. It was a long time ago. When I changed it at home. I had 7 brothers and 3 sisters, and my dad was home.
That's unfortunate.
So the Blood Talons kind of got this idea that, that was gonna be me with them killing lots of people.
Right.
And according to what Kara told me, I already forgot her name. God damn it, Tanya. You don't change from being bitten. You change because it's in your blood.
Right.
Like already.
I changed because I got bitten. I got heck of fucking bitten.
I actually did get bit beforehand, though, man. It's funny.
Huh. Interesting.
Wolf fucking bit me like a week before. They told me later is how they keep track of us.
Huh.
It might also have triggered your latent blood.
Could be, who knows?
I have
Wolf
met
probably knows.
what are they called? Wolfborn? Moonborn? I don't know. I've met one of them before.
Wolf-blooded.
Wolf-blooded, yes. She was interesting. I liked her.
Fair enough. Eventually, I imagine the Mook will arrive with Kledosh. Yes! Sweet, sweet monies!
One of fucking Aurera's many ghouls she has now. I forgot how successful she got.
Big successful.
I remember I rolled really well for that.
Yeah, she has dudes to do menial jobs like all the fuck over, and all times of the day runners as well, which is convenient.
All right, so yeah, I assume the Mook will come. No, thank him or her and come in with I assume if we're gonna go very tropey, like a briefcase.
In the movies, a briefcase full of money is actually a lot smaller than you think it is. When it's in 20 and
I know,
handies,
right?
it's probably pretty decent.
Yeah, well, because half of it's in 20s.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a relatively tired-looking ghoul in a Hawaiian shirt, like, oh, it's about to go to bed.
If it's in hundreds, I mean, that's just like a stack.
300 notes total.
Ain't a bad one.
Right. Whatever it's in, Claire will take it, thank the ghoul, and turn around and hand it over. I think you'll find everything in order.
Yep,
You
chill.
may count if you wish.
I think I wish. It feels like good habit to do anyway. She'll pick up one that looks like a little bit more crumpled than the others and like hop off the table she sat on and hand that one over to Jackson. Cheers for putting that with us.
Huh?
She slides Jackson 100.
Pocket it. Give you a grand.
He's made $200 today.
Good business. $205.
That is what $20,000 in 20.
All right.
It's a good stack. It's a good stack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have
Sure.
that and make have the smaller stack.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, Claire's case has 3.5 violet stacks and a single brown stack.
It's pretty good. Yep, and she's totally happy with those. Fold it all away. That's pretty cool. I never actually noticed that they had the different colors. I feel like I should have noticed that before.
Easy identification when you're sorting through stacks.
I was an accountant and I moved stacks of money. I was never like, oh yeah, these means this. I guess it's because when it was hard currency, it was sterling, and I don't know that they did strap color.
This is just American Bankers Association.
Yeah.
At least with this color scheme.
Oh well. Okay. Yeah. Alright then. So now we have to figure out next step, my lovely dears. Wherever Rose picked to move through to the underworld. I mean, the best information I've got is just that there has been activity down in Parkview Cemetery. I was headed down there before for a peep about before I heard about this job here. Go figure that I have to end up there again, huh?
All right. Well, on top of that, I believe you needed personal articles of hers.
That's right. I mean, I don't need them. It's very helpful to have them.
Well, aside from those DVDs that you said may not help, we might wish to ask around a club called the Little Inferno for one of her friends.
She nearly spits beer on her own lap. Oh yeah, that place. I heard it's cool.
Yes, it is. I've only been there a couple times, but Aurora seems to like it. So, what do you think, Timothy? Do you think, um, if I'll ever remember the name? Ah,
Oh
ow.
shit, that made me jump.
Kind of startled me. What's her name? What's her name? Emma? Was her name Emma? No, Etienne. You think
Etienne.
Etienne still moves about the Little Inferno? Apparently, hold on.
Sorry.
No, that's
You-
fine.
s- I guess you guys slightly hurt me.
Slightly.
Slightly, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking only jumped out my skin. Just like
Start
straight
the shit out of
talking
me.
softly, as like wandering over the. Shit.
I actually thought that was Scow at first.
I
She's
thought it
like,
was
"Oh, man,
Scout
this-
too.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I
why
totally
I
thought
was
it
so
was-
startled. It's a volume that does not often come from Merz's end.
I thought it was Scow until she was like, "Oh, that startled me." It's like she startled herself, and I was actually trying to think about that for a minute.
I mean, I've been
Uh-huh.
spooked by my own sneezes before, not coughs.
I had been typing. I wanted to quickly get a hold on, so I control aid without properly thinking that. Oh wait, that means they're gonna hear me mid cough.
Yeah.
Midcoff sounds like a decent German name. Johann Midcoff.
That's definitely more Pole.
And Tanya, I trust you're more nocturnal than most kind.
I like sleeping, but I don't really have to. Like a couple of hours here and there, and I'm good.
Since
Head your sleep schedule.
Yeah,
4 hours of sleep.
if even that.
So, yeah, I've heard it's come up in conversation streams like a bunch. Anyways, we operate, as you might imagine, exclusively at night.
Yeah, what with the whole being on fire thing.
Yeah, it's quite unpleasant.
Well, let's have a look here. I'm trying to think how long we would have been doing all of this.
I mean, you've had to wait for Tanya to drive up. Then you had to wait for Tim's man to drive up twice.
I mean, he would have been sent back less than half the way back to the Elysium.
True.
And to be fair, Tanya
then you had
took
to wait-
main line, so that was 20.
And you had to wait for Claire's.
And
Claire
there
to
was some
go
morning
Get the
hunting.
money and come back. There's some morning hunting. Went to the Elysium and then went there.
Might be approaching 2 a.m. maybe.
Yeah. I was gonna say 1, but yeah, 2.
I mean, we can go with 1. 1 suits fine.
It is 1:14.
All right.
I expect Etienne won't be at the club at this time of night, but she most likely still visits. We might be able to leave a message for her for tomorrow.
Very well. Leave her. She knows a few of us at least. I did help her into the car after she had been wounded.
We were both there when we went into that pack territory with her.
I I remember. I just had literal physical interaction with her. So yeah, stop by the little inferno and leave her a message, and then continue on to the graveyard. Well, depending on how late it is, I'd like to be going towards home about 3:45.
Sure, gives us a few hours.
And if we're exceptionally lucky, I might be wrong. She might still be there.
And we find out. Did you guys come with cars? I took a train.
Only way to find out. Chance die. Chance die for everybody. I have a car, yes.
Sweet.
Shall we?
Sounds good to me.
All right, where are you heading?
Little
We'll
Inferno.
bid Clarence and them good day, and we're gonna go down to the Little Inferno.
Take
Hey,
care, you
man.
guys.
Feel free to come back anytime. He'll hold out a hand.
I will shake his hand.
He does the fisty bumpy boopy
Wait.
exploded out.
I watch with
Claire,
rapt attention.
I will voluntarily take a negative die on this because Claire's not cool.
All right, dexterity and streetwise
All right.
with whatever negative penalty you wish to.
I mean, is there a thing just for her to be confused and just like trying to shake a hand?
You
and
could
then,
just not try to
Yeah.
like match.
I'm
her.
not going to try to.
All
I'm
right.
going to look incredibly confused. Just what are
you
you doing with your hands?
You do just the whitest, handshake, fist bump combination.
I reek of academia.
She smells like book learning.
Can I roll wits composure? Watch what New Blood does to try to get a bonus to my own roll.
Tanya is like trying really hard not to laugh at the world's
Sure.
whitest handshake.
Just like look, Claire just looks down at it. Her hand looks at his, and just like looks at him, shrugs, and then walks out.
You got a pretty good idea of the movements. You might be able to replicate them next time.
I am going to offer him my hand.
All right. Then make a dexterity streetwise with +2 bonus.
All right, and I'm going to spend a vitae to get another +2. I want this
Why?
because
All
I
right.
can.
You match his
Of course, your very
movements,
first dice was a success, no matter what.
it exploded out at the end, and he goes, "Yeah, ba la 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 la."
Yep. And then I just fist bump him instead, just to confuse everyone else. Like, clap. It's really fun fucking with him. Oh, it's so much fun.
You're all right. Maybe a leech and a vampire, but you're all right.
Yeah. You guys take care.
And do make sure to check out that address.
I'll look into it.
Oh yeah, seeing as I'm going to be going down to the underworld anyway, is there anything you want me to pick up while I'm there? The perfect.
Get some
kill
beers.
bastard. Some beers? Alright, we'll see what we can do.
They have beer in the underworld.
Fuck if I know, man. I mean, she's asking.
Believe it or
I don't
not,
care if
I'm
she's-
pretty sure I can get beer in the underworld.
I don't care if she stops at a corner store and picks up some beer.
Yeah, that might be more likely what happens, but you never know. Actually, I'm going to play this one by ear. I might actually be able to score beer in the underworld. Never tried.
You mean play this one by beer?
Yeah. And Tanya will be very pensive as she just like hops on the back seat and doesn't even really bother buckling up properly. She like lies down across all the back seats and then just loosely puts the middle belt over so she doesn't roll off every time there's a break.
All right, and I will drive to Little Inferno.
Gosh, although I'm sure it's a terrible, terrible waste of my abilities. Part of me really wants to see if I can trade plasma for beer in the underworld now.
I
I mean, equivalency-wise, it's just not worth it. I had to kill a man for one dosage of plasma at one point. Couple men, actually. A few of them had guns. That was a long story. Not a fun one. Regardless. It feels like that might actually be spitting a little bit in the face of God to sort of give up hard-earned stuff for some beers.
Do you believe in God?
Shit, yeah, of course I do.
Why?
You tell me this. Have you ever seen The Other Side when, you turned?
Not when I turned.
Do you remember dying? Now here's where I come in curious, because I figured like every vampire was going to be religious or something. You guys literally have come back and have this whole, admittedly the religious mumbo jumbo. I'm pretty sure most of your Bible stuff is totally crazy nonsense, but for the most part, like, it's layered in actual history, and it had to come from somewhere.
There is a covenant that believes in such things.
Oh, vampires don't believe in God. Do you believe in, like, in hell? In the devil? That kind of shit?
I believe there are places that are like that and where the tales come from, but I do not particularly believe that one single absentee father figure exists.
Well,
Exactly.
I guess I'll give you this little snippet of information. I intend to bring you guys with me to the underworld, so I mean, hold on to your butts for that trip. But I've seen a ghost in waiting, ready to move on to its next step, and they can only go one or two ways. And there has to be somewhere they're going to, and I choose to believe that there is a god who's in charge of it. And let's face it, science can't really explain all this magic bullshit, so there probably has to be some kind of, if not divine figure, then someone who's so fucking magic that they might as well be God anyway.
Or
Like-
maybe it's everyone working together,
You believe in the whole
making their
Gestalt.
forever after.
You believe in the Gestalt concept of faith. Understandable.
Like the Greek philosopher said, if God is willing to prevent evil but not able, then he is not omnipotent. If he is able but not willing, then he is malevolent. If he is both able and willing, then whence cometh evil? And if he is neither able nor willing, then why call him God?
Because he just might be an asshole.
If God does exist, he is either amoral or a complete dick.
I don't know. Again, I've been Underworld side and I've seen how the dead react, and if he has to deal with that shit for his entire existence of an ever, then I'm gonna assume that his comprehensive skills for mortality are so non-existent that it doesn't matter. We get a little bit into theology, but long story short, I believe there's a god because, frankly, there's enough crazy magical mumbo jumbo that it is actually making it harder to believe there isn't. Just like, actual normal mortal people who don't, see weird magical shit, don't believe in God because they, science makes more sense.
I could tell you about the entire view that the Order Dracul takes upon this subject, but it would take a very long time.
You're not gonna score a half-hour nap in your chair. Maybe we'll get there.
I would like to hear that at some point, Claire, but yes, now isn't the time.
And there's already snoring from the backseat.
Alright. She's one of those complete, just the worst kind of people that can fall asleep as soon as they lay down. I hate those kind of people.
She is a straight-up super drifter. She is very good at sleeping.
I hate that. Whenever I lay down, I'm still awake like an hour and a half later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same. This is why it's roleplay, we get to be the people we can't. This is a character I believe who can sleep correctly. I want to be them so bad, you guys.
I had a friend like that. It was so
superpower.
annoying. Kyle would just lay down, and then 1 minute later, he saw on logs.
I have to be right back. So
All right,
maybe we should pick this up next time.
sure.
It seems like for the best. We'll have all of DCL then for it.
Okay.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much for running
It's been
RoseQuest, Lily.
I do want to see how Old Man Jenkins reacts to the Little Inferno.
Yeah.
And it's been like a good 3.5 hours anyway, so
Yeah.
This has been an awesome time.
Yeah.
it's been a lot of
Alright.
fun. Thanks for running.
So Scout,
So
why don't you
quick-
take us out, and I'll just be right back, and I'll.
Sure, I'll score up some aspirations. So, do Claire and Timothy trust Old Man Jenkins yet?
More than I did before, but not completely. I mean, he's Invictus, and what's his name? Timothy vouched for him. Yeah, he's Invictus, and Invictus aren't likely to turn on us, but I'd give it. I'd
Should I
give
give him
him
a
an
plus?
advance for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, an advance in there. And he'll get his end of session beats. I'm gonna give him a little nudge so he doesn't forget to add them. Session beats. Alright, and next we have Mers. You never did pick a third aspiration, I think.
No, I honestly couldn't think of anything for now.
How about something related to the soul ribbons, if you're intending to bring them with you to the underworld?
No, yeah, liberating the trapped souls seems
yeah.
like a reasonable goal.
Liberating the trapped souls. Okay. And your renewed contact with Rose still has its plus beat in it, but none of those score. You get your end of session 2 beats. Stray. Obtain a goal and discover the forgotten lore of the Bachra for a rare of nothing in them yet. Find Rose still has its plus. You get your 2 end of session beats.
Yay.
Would everyone consider Tanya a friend?
Well, like a hired on so far.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll give her a plus. She's making progress. She's making waves. She bought new friends.
I mean, I'd sort of consider her a friend. She's still willing to work with us after I almost murdered her accidentally.
Yep, it is straight up a good thing that her Geist is Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary likes vampires, likes kids, likes parents, and Timothy happens to be some with child with an E. And it applies in both the literal sense of being a parent and the not technical sense of having sired a child. That indeed, her Geist Bloody Mary is based on the one that has a vampire bloodline, which is why that Geist likes vamps. On the other side of the hedge maze. So for a plus, and she gets 2 beats. Good for you, Tanya. Look at you get your first ever beats.
And Rose gets advances towards being hidden more. Good job, Rose.
Yeah.
You're making it very difficult to find because you went to another plane of existence.
I'm actually going to add a secret aspiration since she only had 2. One of them is going to be exit the underworld intact.
Timmy and the Lords of the Underworld.
Oh God, I haven't heard that in a long ass fucking time.
You haven't heard that?
That is a very long time since I have.
Ah man, Merzendi, we're gonna have some fun after this session.
No, we're not. I'm at home. I can't stay up. I can manage 1 more hour at most.
Yeah, I'll show you what I'm talking about though.
Okay.
Is that a lily back? Oh no, it's a ram jumping into my outro. Tisk tisk. I'm doing our aspirations. Well, regardless, if you're watching in the stream or you're watching in the VODs, I hope you have yourselves a lovely motherfucking good time, and do take care.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.